we go. Do-do-do. All right.
Your space man here, or
He's not here yet.
no? But he got the message. He's one.
Yeah, he should be. There he is.
Go. Yeah, cool. Too easy. I've set it just to stream the browser to you guys. So let me know if you can
pop
see
it out, and then I will put it up here.
The video is only in 720.
Yeah.
I did check it. So, but it again having a higher bit rate in this room, it less likely problem's going to go awry. So if I full screen it,
You spoke too soon.
oh, I had Sandy's voice.
Yeah. That's how we got that messed up that quickly. Hey, Victoria. At least you guys are being consistent with the original tech issues. Yes. We've never actually done this before, so this is a new experience. So you can see this wonderful image.
I think I've got space open on my TV. I'll open you on.
Oh, I actually gotta send a request. Well, let me do it stream together.
Yep, that's probably a good idea.
Space tomato.
I'm pretty cooked, man. I think I've done 7 episodes in 3 days. So like double the AIE number.
Yeah.
Or roughly an AIE number continued.
I have to say, Paul, you're 100% correct about Jared. We don't have to say anything else or address the topic. Your take was correct. Are people still trying to start drama? Like me and Jared, I don't necessarily hate Jared. I don't think Jared is fine. I just think that was a bad take on his part. That's all. I think it was inappropriate, and he shouldn't do it again. That's it. Are people still trying to stir up drama on Reddit with that shit? God fucking damn it. Oh no, when he made that joke about how all like we have to do live streams so that we can do so that content creators can do well and that kind of shit. It was just like, man, fuck you, Jared. Fuck off. Okay, good.
What the hell is he drinking? Holy shit, that's huge.
I'll wait for him to come back on so I can actually yell at him.
Yeah, I think he's doing some
Yell at me for what?
subs and stuff. Are you doing subs? Looks like you're writing subs on the board.
I've got.
Yeah.
I sent you a stream together. Do you know how to do that?
I was about to try and send that, but I don't even.
All right, so go to your.
Here we go.
Yeah, I sent you an
I
invite.
I see where it says that we're listed. That's my sound coming through your stream.
Yes.
Okay, streaming together. Is there like? Why don't they just give me a button to press?
Because that would be too easy.
It's in the top right and like little notifications.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got it. Thank you.
All right. So
okay.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to start sharing chat, which means our chats will now merge. Chat. Be nice.
Oh God.
Your heads are going to merge.
So now,
okay.
if you look at your view, it will have your icon by all of your chatters, and it'll have my icon by all of their.
Oh my god, this is gonna get so confusing. Are you on YouTube as well?
Yes.
Chatception.
How the heck? All right,
Doesn't do it
guys,
on YouTube, just on Twitch.
I'm gonna be responding to Pub's chat because I.
That's
I
fine.
don't think it's gonna split it out on there.
And that's fine. That's the whole point. I think that's the whole idea.
All right, we'll see how it goes.
Because we're all watching this together, so we can so I can react to your chat. You know, like
yeah.
All right, I'm ready to go whenever you guys want me to hit the play button. Just
let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, here we go.
It starts off rough. This was not intended.
All right, show us what you're working with.
These woolen blankets are awesome. I mean, you know, it looks so India.
Which ones?
It looks so Sri Lanka.
Are they hot miking?
They're hot miking. They start off with a hot mic.
Oh, they're just.
Loving Sri Lanka blankets. And then they realized they were hot miking.
Oh god, that's funny. And now they're just sitting in silence.
Yes.
Oh.
There's no music.
This continues for like. Do you want me to cut it forward?
Just do some like tap forwards on the.
I think we should probably just drink for the entirety of this segment.
So I've just cut it forward 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And it cuts in any second now.
Yeah. There we go.
There it is.
The old logo.
We got it. Figured it out.
You do spy shiner. Oh God.
Oh God, no.
Look how bad that green screen is.
Hi,
They look like cardboard
Star
cutouts.
Citizen
Hey,
Holiday
Evan.
Livestream. I'm Sandy Gardner, and with me is game director Chris Roberts. Love the new shirt. You did
Thank
wear
you.
that last time.
I did wear it last time. Happy holidays, everyone. This live stream has become a bit of a tradition for us. Chance to share
Not anymore.
end of the year surprises and tidbits.
It is, and as well as a great opportunity for our studios to let off a bit of steam after a year of hard work.
Yep, that's right. So we're going to settle which team is best once and for all with a friendly head-to-head competition between our Europe and American studios for the RSI Cup.
Very cool, and before that happens, there's plenty of behind-the-scenes exclusives to share, like the grand unveiling of the latest from MISC. And Chris and Tony will be discussing the most recent AI developments for Squadron 42 and the Persistent Universe.
Yeah, we'll be very short in our discussion of that. So first up, though, the dev team has been putting a ton of effort into expanding Star Citizen's gameplay with Alpha 2.6.
2.6.
Excited by the new content.
Wow.
A few of them have gotten together to show off what's possible once you get into the verse. To tell us more, here is technical director Sean Tracy.
Look how.
All right.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Just random Vanduul swipe. And no mic. By the way, Chris and Sandy are still hot mic'd.
Oh. Did he just say there's nothing on the teleprompter?
Yes.
A little bit of vocabulary you got.
See,
I just heard Sandy. Hold on, can you rewind it, please?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
crazy,
sure.
dude. This is wild.
it's
He doesn't have a teleprompter or a mic,
yeah.
and they're still hot micing the other two. Bro, what happened? I really like that. That's really funny that he just pops up behind them.
Hi there, everyone. Happy holidays. I'm Sean Tracy, technical director of content for Star Citizen.
What?
I don't have anything up on the teleprompter this time because
What?
It's not my volume, by the way.
No, this is their
Yeah.
volume. Yeah.
a little bit better speaking off the cuff. So what I wanted to talk to you about was a little bit of vocabulary you got.
Whisper.
Sean.
Sean.
Bro.
And then the.
And really,
Oh, wait, all of
different types of emergent gameplay. We've got intentional emergence, which is, we've made the cargo bays on the ships big enough so that you can get another ship within it. And of course, we fix bugs and everything around that. So we expect that you guys do these kind of things. Of course, sometimes we don't expect that you kind of...
2016 live stream, holiday live stream.
But then we also have these unintentional inversions. And one of those is, we've seen this a lot on the live streams, where the live streamers like to do something called the Big Benny's Run. So that's an example of sort of the unintentional inversion. So what we want to show you in this capture...
Thanks, streamers.
That can happen while you're playing in
This is 10 years old next year.
Wow.
Now, before we go to that video, I want to make very sure to thank each one of the people that actually helped us with this, because it is a difficult thing when you're capturing 10 or 12 different players actually going through an actual gameplay scenario.
He's mic'd up, by the way. Chat, you can see his mic. He's got a lapel mic.
But it's not his mic that's picking up the sound. It's clearly something else.
It's the camera mic. They're using the camera mic.
Jared Huckley, of course, Tyler Tumbleson, Michael Blackard, and
They've come a long way since this.
Thanks a lot to Tyler Whitkin, who
Holy crap.
part of this video. So, without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the live stream, and happy holidays.
They kind of learned this as they went, didn't they?
Who's online right now?
I am.
Pros here.
All right, I'm getting some armor. I need everybody to get set up, get your armor, get your weapons, and meet us down in the middle of ship.
This was the premier era of like random.
Dang, that's that new Star Marine armor, huh?
You like that?
Dude, that is. I'm still rocking the Odyssey armor. You know, I'm an old-fashioned guy.
That's good too.
Eric, what are you doing right now?
Getting my armor.
Remember
is it the new stuff?
Yeah. Star Marine medium armor.
How's it look, man?
Looks great.
All right, we'll meet you out front, Garrity.
Remember when they did those really cringe like gameplay as if you're with your friends?
Oh, that is nice.
Presentations.
E3 presentations.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to mimic.
I don't know what that is. So let's go pick Michael up. Let's go pick Michael up. Hey, Michael, we're coming for you. Where you at?
I'm buying a gun.
All right, well, we're right outside Livefire. We'll meet you outside.
Good old Port Olisar.
I'm arguing with this merchant over here because he sold me this gun and it was defective. So now I'm trying to convince him to give me a new weapon, but he's not. He's being a jerk.
The RP. Love it.
He's not even talking to me either.
You know that's an NPC, right?
What?
All right.
Come on.
So guys, what happened? Last night, I'm talking to Tyler. You know, I'm bragging about our collection because we've been building up quite a collection aboard my Caterpillar. And he's like, well, quite a collection. Well, why don't I come and take it? And I said, well, maybe you should. And he said, well, maybe I will. And so now we've agreed to
Holy crap, the old Aesop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I'm
I was
going
just
to you guys
sitting there thinking about the middle of Port Olisar as well.
Your ship is currently being delivered to the launch
I've forgotten all
So
about
obviously
this.
I'm flying the Caterpillar. One of you, Colby, what are you going to fly?
Valiant.
The
Valiant.
danger.
How about you, Michael?
I'm gonna go with the Renegade.
Renegade.
That's the blue. I'm in love with the blue.
Nice. How about you, Eric?
The Vanguard Hoplite.
Also, I already talked to Randy. He's going to bring some mercenaries for us. So Randy's going to hook us up. They're going to ride shotgun in my Caterpillar here.
Sure about that?
Well, just in case he gets past you guys. Dude, have you guys seen the Caterpillar yet? I mean, it's probably my favorite ship. I'm not gonna. I know I sound like a salesperson.
Look at all these
here,
guys
but I mean,
walking.
I'm a fan of those Philip K.
RP
Dick,
walking.
Where's the jumps?
The Caterpillar looks lived in. It's a ship after my own heart.
This is when the Caterpillar was new, by the way, chat.
Ooh, that's my big blue.
This is right when they released all of those different Arena
That's a nice
Commander
looking ship.
versions. The old attachment system.
Damn.
Get my ship too.
I'm also good at my ship.
This is
Yeah,
back when we had
some-
the little hangar thing too, wasn't it? Where you used to spawn things with nodes in the hangar.
Yeah, they're RPing.
There was something really charming about that old system.
True. Oh man, it doesn't even have the wheel yet.
Nope.
That was
Alright, guys,
when it
let's
was
take off
basically
right now. Doing this
the
takeoff.
cry engine just converted over to a different button.
Yep.
Crusader was beautiful.
Yeah, the original Crusader. This is before you could land on it.
Here we go. Let's see if I can
Don't
do
crash
this.
Yeah.
it again, Jared.
No, I've
picture.
done this successfully no times, but I feel confident about this. Time. Come
Oh,
on.
Yeah, that's Crusader.
That's pretty cool.
That's quite a takeoff.
See?
Dude, I did it.
There we go.
I'm proud of you.
So let's quantum to Cryastro 262 and then
I
jump from
disagree,
there
it was
to,
brown.
Koblex.
Oh, I don't actually think it was beautiful. That was complete sarcasm.
Clear sailing from here.
I'm also a Drake fan, so that's the reason why I think it's beautiful.
You like brown?
I love brown.
All right, gents, who's online?
I'm online.
All right, listen, I was talking to Jared yesterday, and he's claiming he's got a Caterpillar filled with loot. To be completely honest with you, I think he's full of shit, but I don't care either way because I think it's an opportunity for us to kick some ass. What do you say?
Hell yeah.
I'm down.
Bust up Jared.
Let's steal it.
Yeah. All right, get geared up. Meet me at the bar.
By the way, this is LA versus Austin.
down here. I'm arguing with some ass fan.
You're always getting fights, guys.
All right, stop messing around, guys. Let's
All right.
I'm
I'm coming.
So, what's the thing about Jared?
So he's got a caterpillar.
Was that
He
Wallace
claims it's
Clem?
filled with loot. I don't really know.
Yeah,
if that's true,
Clem
but
used
I
to be
don't
here.
really care.
Wait, what?
Give me a second,
Yeah,
guys.
he used to be
Get
in
the-
Remix.
You want to go back or?
Blow it up.
Go with the head.
Well,
But
we could
this is
blow it up, but that
2.6.
seems
Yeah,
a
go
little
back.
too easy, wouldn't it?
Didn't Wallace come in like 3-3 or something?
Stop messing around.
I mean, this one here, that's not Wallace.
That's not Wallace, no.
Yeah, it's not. It looked like him for a second from when he switched to their camera.
Oh, Clem. No,
But
I'm thinking of
The guy that was in Levski
You're thinking of,
that they moved. That's the one you're thinking of.
Eckhart. I'm
He
thinking
would have
Eckhart.
been in the game.
Eckhart,
Yeah.
Miles.
Oh, okay.
Can you
Yeah, he
go
was-
forward like 2 seconds though?
That's 5 seconds.
Come on, guys.
All right. I'm
Let's get
coming.
going.
So,
Right there. Oh, it looks like him.
All right, stop messing around.
That's another
guys.
player.
Let's get
All
going.
right. I'm
Let's get
coming.
going.
Yeah, it definitely looks like him right there, but definitely not.
No, he's this model's younger.
Yeah.
The Wallace Clem's a lot older.
so, what's the thing about Jared?
So he's got a caterpillar. He claims it's filled with loot. I don't really know if that's true, but I don't really care.
Give me a sec, guys. I'm getting some new armor here.
So we should blow it up.
Go with the head.
Well, we could blow it up, but that seems a little bit too easy. Wouldn't it be a little more fun if we could take it from him?
Yeah.
I'm down for stealing.
I mean, the guy's been bragging about his caterpillar all week.
This is a
Claims
nice
it's filled with
little,
loot, so we'll find out, but I mean, honestly, if it's not, it's a good opportunity to shame him. What do you say?
Let's do
Is
it.
this gun even still in the game?
Yeah, that's the
Loot or no loot?
Constant Werner Gallant.
Hey,
That's the Gallant.
Not fat.
All right, let's get.
Oh,
geeked. Head out.
did change up the look.
The
I
model.
know, right?
Yeah.
Coming.
All right, I'm gonna take the
The
cutlass.
old
What do you guys
Cutlass.
I'm gonna grab the comet.
The Cutlass Mark 1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the scout.
plan? Let's do this.
Heavy armor, fast shit.
So I got a few recruits coming, guys. I don't want to spoil it quite yet, but let's just say there's a little bit of a warlock surprise coming.
Interesting.
Are you guys ready?
Let's get out of here.
Let's roll.
So
All right, let's
ready.
do this.
All right, move on me. Watch out for the ash.
I love the old helmet view. I hope we go back to it.
Take that advice yourself.
But the one that restrictive your view a little more.
Yeah. I like being able to feel like I'm in a helmet. By the way, good to see you, Pete.
Hey, this is a nice break. Things get weird as they go. It gets worse, and then it gets better over time.
Next, we're in the caterpillar.
Hey, buddy.
Let's scramble, everybody.
Move on me.
I am get out of here before.
I've got the Valiant.
Surprise!
Oh my god, this really does sound like a multiplayer session.
Yeah.
Take it out.
Warlock. I'm down, guys. Cover me.
Man, the capture team is so much better now.
Yo.
Guys, focus on red
I
one.
didn't even think they had a capture team back then, huh? Just got a bunch of people to
I got
play.
Red one, yeah.
Leave red one alone.
Target right there.
That hurt.
Take him out. I'm running out of guys to shoot.
Yes, fight around the station. Stop
not
fighting
good.
around my caterpillar.
Crazy.
Yeah, shields are low. Shields are low.
I got nobody to cover me.
Shields are low.
I'm taking crossfire.
Nobody's covering me. I guess that's. Thanks,
Yo,
guys.
and
Ridiculous.
No.
Hey,
I think
Yeah.
I'm out.
Everyone's just
It's all
talking over each other,
pre-recorded.
and it's pre-recorded.
Easy, take
Ah.
it
Yeah.
out. Colby, that looked like that hurt.
Yeah, I
Bibs,
think I'm
I
done
told
for
you,
it.
same team.
Some scripted,
Target
sort of
it.
scripted.
Vince, turn it off.
Same?
Yeah, it feels like it's scripted. That's why it feels so bad.
No, I
Vince,
can't.
Are you something wrong with your
doing
eyes?
that.
Yes, Colby, are you down?
Do you think they were just all in a recording booth
Yes.
yelling at each other? That's what it
Yes.
feels like.
It feels like that
From you guys.
they actually had, they were all in the same place recording.
Yeah. And just like playing the recorded video back and
Yeah.
talking over the top of it.
Oh my god, they probably were just f***ing with each other too.
Yes.
You know that?
You can't get away from us now.
I'm going. Whoa. I've lost.
I've never heard ADR on top of ADR.
Yeah, there you go.
This was professional communications by CIG in the year 2016. That's what this is.
They really had that small company vibe, huh?
Nope, still respawning.
Shut up, newbie.
Maybe you should go get your eyes checked.
The old EVA.
Little death does you good.
Now, honestly, Jared, I think we're done, man. I'm probably gonna log out for the night, but thanks for inviting us to this, man. It was a good time.
Tyler, I can see you guys flying over the cockpit of my ship.
Oh, you got it.
Listen, honestly, we
Yeah, we
just
probably
want to
should have
check out the
headed on the
Caterpillar
other
before
side.
we log off. The thing's sweet, man. You were right, totally.
Guys, I was full of crap. There's nothing on board. Go home. Go home, everybody.
All right, let's get
It's not
real.
about
It
the
was
cargo.
never about the loot. It was about the justice.
God, that's so bad, Tyler.
They wrote this script themselves, clearly.
Sweep on in.
All I'm gonna say is that Tyler is a father, and I'm gonna show his children this when they are of age.
Looks clear so far.
Specifically,
Old enough to have acting skills.
I got him. Yep.
your father's acting skills.
There's two up there.
So-
Two of them up there.
There's two by the right. Oh, I gotta step back. I gotta reload.
Come on now, let him have it. Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him.
The guy on the right is still up.
Somebody
I would've been
kill
dead by now.
him.
No, there's another guy behind.
It was about the justice.
I should just say that to him when I see him in February. It's about the justice.
It's not about the loot, it's about the justice.
I'm just saying that there's nothing.
Man, they can't shoot for shit. Holy crap.
Take him out. All right. I think we got him. We got him.
He was 2 feet in front of you. How did you miss?
Jared acting like he's got tricks up his sleeves. Hey, go ahead. Moving.
Oh shit!
Back up,
Wait,
back up,
it's
back
an
up,
ambush.
back up,
Back up, back up.
Hey, catch.
That was
Oh,
dangerous.
got him.
He's
Got him.
pretty
Move
chunky.
on in. Move on in.
Vinny, stay right. Clear. All right, Vinny, go right. I'm gonna stay left.
All right, I'm going to the bridge. All gone.
Hey, Vinny, get find him first. Do me a favor. Teach him a lesson.
Oh, with pleasure.
Watching videos like these, it makes it a lot more apparent how much their art style has kind of
Wanna know what
changed.
I think of you?
And that's what I think of you.
Did you get him?
Oh yeah, sweet. Got one in a lot.
Honestly, I don't even care that the place is empty. I really don't. It
Yeah,
was
no, I'm
worth
not really
it
seeing
just to
anything.
get the kill.
Does he have just a bunch of big bennies? If I remember, he's got a bunch of big bennies or something like
No,
that.
I believe in the Caterpillar.
Yep.
What?
What?
Shit, Eric, did you collect like every Benny's in the verse?
Well, who's hungry?
Welcome back. So I hope.
Damn, he doesn't work there anymore. What was his name? Josh?
Cinema.
The guy in the green?
Cinema.
Pretty excited.
All right, cinema chat.
Saw some of the. Some of the new
I remember
features
he
that
worked
come
on the
along with
Iron Man
Star Marine,
movies.
as well as benefiting the.
And he was one of the
universe.
character
So
development
one of the
team.
major things that we saw within there was some of the new character models. So
Yeah.
these are some of the new character models coming
Sean's
online
mic is
with
working.
Star Marine, the modular armor.
Yep, so we have our new light, medium Marines,
Josh
so both
Hoffman.
of those.
Yep.
And then the cool thing about that is it's not just in, it's part of 2.6, but it's also going to be in Star Marine as well, where we're really focusing on those.
To give you context,
Cool. What was some of
2.6 was the
like,
year with
hardest
year
things
with
you
one
think
patch.
that, came up while you guys were making these.
One thing that we started to do with them is, and you'll see this in Star Marine, is we actually swap all the heads.
Yeah.
And so this is kind of a preview of what we're going to be doing with character customization. So you'll be able to swap out your heads.
That's,
you'll be able to swap out your
Terra
armor,
in the background.
Armor modularity. So you'll be able to put on different pieces from other ones. The slavers actually use. The
This
bad
studio
guys
doesn't
use
even exist
Fist of the
anymore. They
Marine as
closed
well.
LA
So
down.
That's kind of peeking at how we're going to be able to mix and match between all our different kinds of armor.
Yeah, and we're in progress in the heavy
Matt
marine,
Lurch.
right? And we got a bunch of other stuff, sort of character pipelines ramped up. We've gotten some really great new character
It really
artists
was
on
the longest
team,
year ever.
So I think
Yeah,
there's
it's
going to be
going-
some cool stuff
It's we
coming
have a lot
down the
of
road
stuff
as
in
well, right?
progress, and I think we're all looking forward to. I mean, this is our first time for a little while putting new armors and new stuff in the PU. So now you have some new stuff in the shop, which is exciting.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna be more of that.
Yeah, and it was a question mark whether we get rid of the old stuff, right?
Yeah.
But actually, it was I think a really good call from Chris. Is some of the people really like those old helmets. They like the I say old helmets. I mean they've only
Hey,
been
DK.
around for a couple months, but
Well,
like the
yeah.
outlaw helmets and all the old ones.
Definitely old helmets
I really
now.
wanted to just delete them all, put the new ones in, but
Well, I mean, we'll definitely do with some of the old stuff. We'll go back and kind of done like we've done on ships, where
we'll
we'll
update
bring
it,
up
right?
the old models to the current standard because we have a complete new shader we use for the characters. It's more
I love
efficient and
that
allows more
random
flexibility, and we've also been
fluctuation
sort
of
pushing
audio.
The character fidelity in the modeling, so that's sort of really ramped up over this past year as we built the team up.
Yeah, we
and
want to bring
Josh
everything
has
up to the same level.
come aboard.
Right.
Yeah.
But we should we'll go back and sort of revisit some of the old outlaw stuff and bring them up to the current standard. Because there's some pretty cool designs. It's just
Yeah.
Current
sort of,
standard,
you know,
10 years
they
ago.
just need to come
Yeah.
into 2016 and
How many
17.
standards
yeah,
have there been?
exactly. And I
Too
think one of
fucking
the
many.
good things to mention, just on the Emergent and Fidelity front, is that we're doing a lot of
Great white
facial
levels here.
animation now. Contextual based on the activity of the player. Which is
That was
super
the
cool.
all of the audio issues is
Something
not
that I saw a
X.
long
This
time
is
ago.
all
In Battlefield, they kind of had one or two.
this.
They had little idle, and then when you fired, he would just get all angry. But we've got a lot more kind of emotional states within there, right? We've got some injured states now. We've got sleeping. We've got, you know, now when the guys die, they actually close their eyes, you know. You can check some other games because not every game does that.
Right.
So I think it's exciting to be contextual based on.
And
what
we're
he's
going
doing.
to push it further. And I think it also it's going to lay the groundwork for some stuff that we'll show next year that's going to be very cool.
Yeah.
Tease you, but we're all quite excited. But we're sort of building all in the ability to have the faces. We've talked about the character and the sort of facial tech and the ability to have a unified rig. So you can have all these different faces and drive it from one rig.
Yeah, and this is always
and
what we
it'll be
said would be that first step of selecting the face. So you would just get your facial selection first, and then once we want to get a little crazier with it, we'll end up putting the customization and everything on top of that, which will be,
And then,
again, very
and then the other
Yay.
thing, what we just saw, which is kind of great, is some of the new ships, right? The Caterpillar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Elwin and his team did an amazing job building that out. I mean, that's
Elwin.
the Starfarer previously was sort of our biggest ship. I think volume-wise, the Starfarer and the Caterpillar
God,
probably
Elwin
match
made the
each other, but the
Caterpillar?
Caterpillar's a much longer ship.
insane.
Yeah,
It's also
he
more
did.
sort of straight-up cargo.
Those who
ship
don't know,
with
Elwin is the
cargo
head of North
modules.
American ship team.
And I'm actually kind of looking forward to, you already see some of the gameplay.
He was
as
one
we
of
move
us
towards
before he worked with them,
3.0,
though.
and,
Yep.
We've talked about how we have
That's
volumes,
like
and so
half
when
the
you
team.
open
Half
up
of what's
areas,
works in CIG now.
There'll be decompression. You blow through glass. We're setting
tons
up
of
the
gameplay
systems
opportunity
to
there.
do that. And we're also going to be setting up the stuff for the boarding. So security and boarding and stuff like that. So that's not in 2.6, but that is coming down the road. Definitely will be in 3.0. You can
Gotta
sort of
love that.
see
3.0,
the potential,
we're gonna
right?
get
We've got these,
boarding and
huge ships that you can fly around on
decompression.
and run around and have FPS battles on, or
It's
as
crazy to
Item
think of the
2.0
number of
comes
things they
aligned
talked about
properly,
back then that we're only just
again,
getting now.
with 3.0, you'll be able to run around and things will break and you'll have to fix them, replace fuses, replace power rods. You can.
He is not saying that
try
for
to
one.
sabotage
3.0.
things if you're boarding, if you're defending.
No, there's no
probably
way,
shut down
dude. Rewind.
areas and
No,
do stuff like
I'm
that.
gonna
Rewind it.
rewind
You
your
thought
face,
I
bro.
was-
There's no way he's saying
You
this for
thought I
3.0.
you thought I was bullshitting. I wasn't kidding when I said what I just said.
Down
Yeah.
there, sort of break.
Bro, I've heard
as
the
ships
2016
that you can fly
roadmap is
around
crazy.
on.
They say that engineering was going to be in 3.0.
Yes. Yes.
Dude.
This was the famous year where he had that roadmap where fucking everything was done in like 4 patches.
That was where he was he was like, okay, 3.0 is going to come out, and then 4.0 and Q4 is coming out with server meshing and exploration in new star systems.
Yeah.
I never heard him talk about freaking engineering in 3.0 though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, ready for me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
The potential, right? Where you've got these, huge ships that you can fly around on and run around and have FPS battles on, or as Item 2.0 comes online properly, which again would be sort of a 3.0, you'll be able to, run around and things will break and you'll have to fix them, replace fuses, replace power rods.
Only 10 years late, Chris.
Try to
Only 10 years late.
If you're boarding, if you're defending, you could probably shut down areas and do stuff like that.
The crazy thing is,
there's just a lot of potential.
The crazy thing is like they did a 2-part Inside Star Citizen the following year on what Item 2.0 was, and it definitely was not that.
No.
Like he's actually saying something wrong.
Yes, he is. This is, you got to remember, this is important for everybody who's just jumped in. Chris would just say shit. He would just say shit. Like, and you could always tell when he was just saying shit because the people who was on screen with him would usually go like it would be the first time they were hearing it too, because Chris would just talk.
They've just nod.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He would just talk. Tavar and Kung Fu, exactly.
Man, bro. What the?
He's a very passionate man.
It's called lying. The thing is I don't think he was lying. I think he actually believed it.
I think he didn't even know.
Yeah.
He's
It
very,
sounds
very,
like he doesn't know what item 2.0 is.
No, because
he's very hopeful.
Yeah.
And gets him in trouble.
And this is the reason why you don't see Chris so much anymore. Because this is what had happened every time he comes on screen.
Yeah. All right. Good to go again?
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool to sort of see some of the
Yeah, you
Emergent
can absolutely
gameplay.
see that with the Caterpillar. And I mean,
Yeah.
even in that, in the Emergent gameplay capture that we just showed, we have a lot of FPS combat that happens inside that Caterpillar. But again, you could take just this 2 minutes of footage, put it in front of anybody, and they would be like, oh, they're inside an FPS level. But
Yeah, it's
actually,
its own level.
they're inside of a ship that's spinning around, that's been, purchased from a station. It's just, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And then the other thing I'd say is we have quite a lot of ships in 2.6.
Yeah,
in fact, we have
yeah.
more ships in 2.6 than we were planning to do originally, because obviously 2.6 has taken a little longer, and because of that 3.0 is pushed out, and so things like the Caterpillar, things like the 85X are now in 2.6 where they weren't, which is also kind of cool. So
85X
I think quite a lot
mentioned,
of,
just for you, Pete.
New
Yeah,
content to enjoy, in fact, more than we were originally planning.
Gonna have to push
2.6
that next year for the
date
skin, aren't we?
shifted, so I think everyone's going to have fun with that. So
I'll take my bribe in cookies, please,
anyway,
Pete.
So thanks to Sean and Josh, and to all the team members who happened to fly around Crusader to help us do that piece.
85X is a sleeper.
Devs, we tend to go
Once
on a bit.
passenger transport
Let's
comes
turn
in,
to
that's
the community. Not only
Definitely is putting me to sleep every time I think about it.
also making a ton of amazing content themselves. These past few weeks, the Evocati have not only been testing 2.6, they've been capturing some awesome footage along the way. So let's take a look at some of it. Here we go.
Awesome. That's good.
Well done. Yeah.
Hot mic!
Oh, God.
This is all footage, by the way, chat.
Imagine if they had hot mics and he was
Screenshots.
like, that was terrible.
Yeah. Screenshots was footage.
Because the frames were so bad?
Yes.
Dude, could you imagine if they did this at BlizzCon?
Yeah.
Like a joke. They just started a channel out like this.
Welcome to the slideshow.
This is quite literally a tech demo reel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting hit by hostiles. We need assistance, please.
This was the mission.
I need more shield now. On power cluster 3.
Oh no, this is a recreation of the audio.
Dude.
This is the old Vanduul Swarm.
What going on?
Just
It was just them capturing stuff. They were capturing audio from various Hey Defanos and Heskaha.
Hazga!
Almost
Yes!
team is sharing.
Yes!
Holy crap.
Oh god.
Yes!
Oh jeez. Oh.
Yeah, this
It's on
is
the teleprompter.
Yeah, the scissor reel we just featured from Mr. Haskaha. Not sure I pronounced that right. Haskaha comes to mind. Here we
The
go.
way she corrected him.
yeah.
It's like it's
Holy crap
Hazga.
in there. What?
This was live. This is uncut. the actual talent of Huskaha.
This is good.
Yeah, this is Huskaha, man.
They should have got him to do all the reels.
Yeah.
In there. No pun intended.
Well, allowing people to create footage like this was part of the reason why we pushed so hard to get the new camera system into 2.6.
Yes!
Oh my god. I want them to get Tyler to wear that in February.
So far.
When he comes to visit Australia.
So please make sure to tag us on social media. Use the hashtag #IntoTheVerse. Additionally, I would be filled with regret if we didn't take the opportunity.
Yes, the audio delays on their
end. Week, so I want to give a huge
Doesn't he need a big bucket of chicken or something?
for his extraordinary efforts in creating the Star Citizen fan.
He's gonna pull off Colonel
Combined
Sanders.
Arms, the fleet arrives. Additionally, I have to give a shout out to all the Bar Citizen viewing parties that are going on around the
They
world.
just
today.
randomly
If you
cut
don't
to
know
him,
what
by the
Bar
way.
Citizen
This
is,
was entirely not
head over to
planned. He had no idea what they were doing,
to
and
find
so
out
he
if
just
there's an
went with
event
it.
in your area. Other than that, let's hop over to Ben Lesnick to talk about ships.
Dude,
Yes!
I'm out. Cover me. Top time. Circle on the top floor.
Just random shots.
Take your heels in here. Oh, you got it.
Then back.
Transition.
Bro, they need to just stop and take a break.
You can't even hear him.
Poor Ben.
There's no audio.
I can't
Oh.
There we go.
There we go.
We got some sound now.
Man. What's the drinking game? Every time you cringe, you drink.
I haven't been able to for like the last 5 minutes.
You've been laughing too
Keep
hard.
spitting it out. Yeah.
I need to get another beer. I'm already finished. All right, 2 seconds. I'm gonna go get a beer real quick.
I'm sorry, but there's something about like people sitting blankly in front of a camera and then just like cutting away to something that drives me nuts. I think it's like Robot Chicken and like the way they do their humor with the awkward pauses or something.
But you're also straining to hear him, and then all of a sudden it's like blaring sound. Like it's like one. It's just such a juxtaposition.
The various variants. They're all going to be flyable really, really soon.
Like the person hot micing is louder than the guy talking.
In fact, we put together cool brochures. This is the most brochures we've ever done.
Was that somebody whispering in the background?
Yeah, someone like with the mic was whispering and you'd hear them.
Which is one of our newest complete. And then we have another brochure for the Caterpillar.
See? Hear that?
Favorite brochure we've done.
Yep. Said it's out of sync. They have the wrong mic, yeah.
Yeah.
From now until the week following 2.6 launches. So everybody can get There's also going to be a whole mess of new items in the Warrior Direct store for 2.6, including new missile racks and new guns. So,
Paul, it's been a pleasure knowing you. If I don't show up on Sunday, please tell everyone it was alcohol poisoning.
Oh man.
This needs to be an annual thing. That you show this off just to keep them honest.
I used to do it on July. In July.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do it this year, and then Tomato reminded me that he wanted to do it, and was like, this is perfect. We need to do this.
Yeah.
We're drinking plenty, you hear me?
This is also charades.
Paul already finished the beer.
The charades portion of the stream.
Some very cool information, Ben. Thanks very much. And it'll be interesting to see how the Vanduul fare against pilots with the new flight balance changes.
Yeah, well, we're going to learn a lot from Marina Commander in 2.6, especially Pirate Swarm, since it's allowing the AI team to start testing different pilot profiles outside the aggressive Vanduul. How will the AI fly when they're in a faster ship or when they have longer range weapons? It's going to be a great test bed and hopefully a lot of fun in the process.
And the badges and outlaw caterpillar skin that Alwyn created will be a great way for players to show off their mastery.
Yep, there you go. All right, so coming up, we have even more ships for you with the debut of brand new craft from MISC. Let's take a look.
Yes! Yes!
The Razer. So this is quite an exciting vehicle.
Oh wow, Paul Jones.
It's the first race ship that we've had the chance to work on. This is meant to be manufacturer MISC, and this is their entry into providing a competitor, providing a ship that will, be a top contender for the MISC Cup and racing series within Star Citizen.
MISC is all about flowy shapes and power, but also like high tech with the incorporation of Jean tech. So first of all, like we really needed to do some brainstorming and see what kind of direction we wanted to go in. And very early on, we decided not to go for the bubbly sort of 50s Formula One style, but more really high tech, like incorporating the Jean tech into everything. So Formula One, that was just how we wanted to do
Pretty
it.
much from here on out,
So
it's
for us,
mostly
this is a really good
better.
opportunity to take style from MISC.
It's the first like hour is absolute madness.
So now it's just
bubbly,
an old around the first episode.
Yeah, now it's a nice little look back
Most of the time that I
to
spent these
like what
last 2
2016
months
was like.
designing this was actually
So.
on the main body and getting all the reflections to line up and all the.
That's
all
good
the
'cause my
work
stomach
it
hurts.
takes to just flow.
It's mainly the live
quite
stuff,
the
not the
challenge,
pre-recorded
but again,
stuff.
like, in the end, it will look really awesome when it flies past you as it wins the Murray Cup in front of your face.
Styling is more of a hybrid. What we've done is, and with Chris's direction, we've pushed in this sort of Formula One direction, and then sort of added a sort of an additional layer of sort of splitters and spoiler tech. Sort of like
Wahoo,
3D
to be
printed,
fair,
to give us
they
some
were
more
struggling with
impactful
fucking audio, so I don't think wipes were the you're lucky they didn't have just hard cuts.
It's such a weird choice, though. It's like using one of those expanding diamond things
Yes.
to transition. Like, why use it?
Because the person who was doing this didn't know what they're doing.
And then I really like the creativity that you
Yep.
get from it, but it doesn't give the super perfect smooth finish that you want of a Formula One car. So then I took it into Fusion 360, which is a program that is really similar to Autodesk Alias, which is used in the car manufacturing industry for years, and that really gives you the nice transitional smooth surfaces. So it's all modeled in NURBS and in CAD software, most of it. And then actually I took it back to Modo, and I finished modeling all.
They were using a
like,
hardware
the
live
sky-
stream
the-
deck.
the
Yeah, I
skirts
remember.
and
I remember
all
it was
all the
a
splitters
combination
in
of the person
Modo.
who was controlling it
And
didn't
then
really
the
know
funny
what they
thing
were
is that
doing.
The landing gear I actually did
It was
in
their first time doing something like this,
because
and
SketchUp for me is just easier
the
to
people who
model,
would have knowledge
dynamic,
were all
mechanical
in front of the camera.
objects with that have to like interact and move.
Oh yeah, they removed
That's,
this from the
really
CSG
awesome
Slack
grouping system.
YouTube.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I really had to like pull everything together to make this design work. But in the end, I think it really syncs. So.
Good part of this process is that really ours is sort of the first stage. Once it goes to the ship production guys, then they can really start working in the detail, really sort of figuring out.
Definitely kept its look though over the years.
Oh yeah,
just due to time
Yeah.
scale.
And it looks
And
great.
they really
I love the
just sort of
ship.
get to polish it up. I mean, fans are aware now of the sort of level of quality we can achieve, and that's down to those guys.
That's
And
the
they're
old. That's the
really
new.
Insane to
Cutlass.
think that it's crazy to think there are two cutlasses running away from a Razer, but okay.
The evolution of the MISC design from the Freelancer to the Starfarer to the Reliant, and now the Razer. A really great showcase of our new ship pipeline.
What happened to Chris?
Now, I just got word that Team Europe and Team USA are all ready to battle for the RSI Cup.
Love this.
But before
Love
the
this.
competition kicks
Jared
off,
Lederhosen.
producer Eric Karen Davis is going to be joined by Chris and Persistent Universe game director Tony Zurovec to discuss the latest on the game's AI. Eric.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the set. We've got Chris.
Eric
and
doesn't
Tony
work there anymore either, does he?
Neither of them do.
Exciting stuff. But first, happy holidays.
No.
Well,
Season
Tony
3.
does, still does.
Let's
But
get this
he's
thing
the
off with
emeritus
some questions
thing,
now
you
that I
know.
have you two gentlemen together.
Yeah, he's
And
retired,
First question:
basically.
we're going to just talk about Subsumption. What is Subsumption and why?
Has Savannah seen this before? I think so.
Portions of the games we're making.
But it's been a while.
Okay, well, you should take that one.
I've jumped around it.
It originally started out being a way to.
Do you want to skip through it or you want to watch it?
The low-level AI concepts.
By the way, Subsumption is the same system they still use, by the way. What he's talking about is still the system that the AI uses.
Prioritize them and things of that sort. It's evolved since.
2016.
The solution by which we're going to tackle the mission system.
Subsumption hype in the chat, y'all. Monthly report.
How many y'all are psyched about Subsumption? Coming in 3.0 with engineering.
To seamlessly merge all of the AI functionality, people searching for things, walking towards things, using things, with the actual dialogue that they're going to be speaking, interacting with the player, etc. And so it's really turned into, I would say,
Once you realize how much Tony says, it's really hard not to hear it.
back-end gameplay system with which the designers are primarily going to interact in order to create all of the content for the game, the actual stuff.
That's very cool.
Yep.
Well,
I
totally agree.
No, I was just saying. I mean, because it's one of the, one of the challenges that we have is that we have a wide range of needs, right? So we have what we need for Squadron 42, which is, we're trying to go for more sort of lifelike living their daily life aboard a space carrier AI, and we also have sort of mission needs that we have there. But then we have the online universe, Star Citizen, that has all those needs, plus we need it to be emergent, have them react to players and other AI. We need the missions themselves not just be single scripted ones, but be sort of pieces that could slot together in sort of smart different ways based on inputs and variables and what's happening around them. So you actually get the gameplay and the missions and the AI sort of reacting to what's happening in the universe and changing and adapting to that. So the player actions will have some impact on it. Other AI actions will have some impact on it. So the idea is to have a system that can accommodate the needs of such a big sandbox, which is a multiplayer sandbox, as well as a sort of smaller single player sandbox, which is pretty complicated. I think that there's not many games that.
One thing I missed in the old video questions during the Wingman's Hangar days, the ones that I still remember, is the role player who would dress up as Apocalypse. Apocalypse at STLE.
Really
it's always funny.
Excels at, which is sort of these.
He's still around.
Kind of experiences like a crisis game and stuff, and so it's taken a lot of time. We have to make sure that it's also. And also when we build things, we build it in a way that will work for a long time, it's expandable, and also will work in an online multiplayer environment as well as a single player environment. So, we're lucky, Tony, I don't know if he mentioned this, but, one of his, he wrote the AI system on Ultima 7 many years ago. And he actually started as, an AI engineer whenever that was back, 25, 6 years ago. And that's one of his loves. And so I think, we're quite lucky to have Tony being the overall architect.
I'm just going to drink every time we're here,
Outside of Tony, also working.
Oh, Jesus.
By,
honey,
join me.
Honey, make sure you're on stomach
cool
pump duty.
We're starting to see these.
She's just going to have to drag me out of the chair.
Kind of come together, and I think it's going to pay off.
There's one coming up.
It's
I can feel it.
Because it's really not a new concept. It's basically an evolution of where, at least I've been doing a lot of these, things for many years over the course of many different products, and you've seen what worked, what didn't. And one of the problems that you inevitably run into is trying to distill a bunch of very technical concepts and a lot of back-end flexibility for algorithmic content and how to merge these pieces together and how to deal with schedules and how to link things up to the back-end economy and everything, and how to make that accessible so that the designers can actually achieve the intended effect without basically having to constantly fight the tools at every step of the way. And it's, to me, that's one of the biggest conceptual differences, but when you look forward to what 3.0 is going to have versus what we've done, thus far, we've still relied very much. For all
if
the
a
missions that
citizen
we're doing
marries
upon,
a
a lot
Tavaran,
of what I would
then
call, old school concepts, very labor.
then the
intensive.
Tavaran
and those approaches work
and
perfectly
citizen
well
are married.
when you're doing a,
I mean, like, citizenship is
a single
earned,
player
not
game of
not through marriage.
relatively limited scope. I mean, even Squadron 42 on the single player side is so large in its
Yeah,
scope
yeah,
that it would really start to buckle under the pressure from trying to implement its content in such a limited way.
Well, we're trying to be very sandbox and Squadron. So, like for instance, on a lot of the missions, there are more ways to tackle and approach and complete the mission than just one linear sort of playthrough path that you would get in a more traditional kind of linear shooter like a Call of Duty or something. So yeah,
Chris would just say shit.
It's more
Remember,
like,
chat.
do you
Chris
wanna
would
go
just
in
say
quietly?
shit.
Do you want to stealth? Do you want to go in guns blazing? Do you want to use the systems of say?
Okay, I quit on the I can't do it.
No, you will
people
die.
there,
You will
and
die.
ways you wanna do it.
It's crazy. That was
So,
stupid.
and that's where item 2.0, that's where Subsumption all sort of comes in, because it sort of creates emergent gameplay, and it really, between sort of what we're trying to do with item 2.0, and item 2.0 is really sort of a misnomer because it's sort of like the way all entities in the world operate, and they have this sort of functionality, and you'll be able to do things with them in a way that you haven't traditionally done in FPS games, more like a adventure or a puzzle game. And
he didn't.
Picking up things, turning things on, putting batteries in to get him to work and stuff like that.
No,
Yes!
that's not item 2.0.
Mission stuff, which
It's
is very
fucking not!
I know.
Be more a rule set
You got to
that can
remember,
deal with
this was
different,
before
scenarios and
item
different
2.0
actions that the player
became
can
item
react
2.0
to.
and separate from
I
everything
think
else.
it's going to
Because
actually
Chris,
make
because they
really
just
different.
randomly
It
just
takes a bit longer to
yoink shit
get that
out.
than you would do in a sort of more traditional straightaway scripted way, but it's definitely, I think, worth the effort.
Well, and it sounds incredible, right? Like this is a massive part of what we need for everything we're making.
Yes.
So yeah, it takes time, right? Yeah, that's great. Well, so we've got a lot of questions. Obviously, I could get you guys a room. We could talk for hours.
It really is.
But
Can
a question
you pause
that's
it?
coming up as
Yeah,
Tony
pause
started
it.
mentioning 3.0, right? That's the questions we're starting.
It really is. If they had kept on like this would have failed.
Yeah. People want this, by the way. People still want this. People still like say this was the good old days when it was just these motherfuckers in the room talking for like 3 hours. Like it
I
was
want
good at the
information,
time.
but this is crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we still deal with this.
We
you
do.
know? God, I know I'm saying it. I'm sorry.
Execute and I did an entire Inforunners episode on this. Specifically on this.
We did.
Just recently.
But look at it's a little bit different, but look at the way that things get talked about and then released. They still end up, there's a disconnect.
Yep.
You know? God dang it.
This is the reason why people don't trust a fucking thing CIG says. Even as they've gotten better at what they do, they still do this shit. Where it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna release this here, and it's like, yeah, I believe it when I see it, because then a year later it's not even fucking released yet, and then when it does, it's half baked, you know.
Very much a best laid plan situation that never ever seems to go to plan.
Yep.
Right. I could understand if somebody was talking to Chris and they told him the item 2.0 system is about applying characteristics to everything that make every item be what it's uniquely supposed to be, which is what it turned out to be.
Yeah.
But then I can also see them saying this then allows us to make a power plant, an alpha power plant, and a weapon, and a shield. And Chris heard that. And he's like, oh, item 2.0. It makes all this stuff possible. I'll talk about that on camera.
Yes.
It's like, it's not him trying to be misleading. I'm just like,
somebody in the team who knew more than him about it was going over and telling him. He heard it, he internalized it, and then said it wrong back. He does that all the time. That's the reason why, this is again, the reason why Chris isn't in front of the camera anymore, because he would do this every single, he does it in his freaking letters to the chairman. Like,
but at some point,
go ahead. X, sorry.
I was gonna say it's why they put Todd Pappy on stage with him all the time, so we wouldn't say anything, and Todd Pappy could just put his hand on his back and say, "Don't stop."
Yeah,
or something like that. For years, Todd Pappy was put with him.
I think at some point, though, you do have to recognize that you make that mistake and then stop doing it. Otherwise, it is
2019.
Otherwise, you can't say it's an accident.
It's 2019.
It's just misleading people on purpose.
It was 2018 or 2019 when he did it. I think it was the year after the year without a year that we just basically stopped seeing him, and that was
2019. That was the first year that they put him on stage for the keynote with other people. They had Todd Pappy and Rich Tyrer next to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then 2021, it was a lot of people, and then since then, it's just been less and less.
Yep. Well, he's been more focused on Squadron, so.
To get.
Ready to go again?
Yeah.
What the good question was, what kind of work needs to be done to make F-Flow 3.0 happen, right? That's the question everyone wants to know. What's left? Wait, I want it. Give it to me now. So what do you guys see as what's really the next pieces to kind of make that thing come to life?
Well,
Wait,
there is
hold
quite
on. I just see that this is 2 hours and 40 minutes long.
Yes.
Yeah, we're only
I thought it was
40
like an
minutes
hour-long
in.
thing.
We've
Jesus.
still got
Okay, go ahead.
2 hours left, bro.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll pause it for a second.
Obviously, we're talking about Subsumption and the mission.
Well, we don't have to watch the last part. The last hour to hour and a half of it is just the Star Marine competition they do.
Yep.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's fine then. Yeah, because I have like an hour left.
Yeah. We could skip past.
So where do you want to watch up to? That's probably starts about here by the look of it.
Let's get through the Jared and Tyler in their outfits.
This only goes for another 15 minutes to get to.
And then we'll skip to the end of it, and it's the last 15 minutes. So it's all almost
and
done.
that's
Yeah.
And that's
the ironic part is that the stuff that's at the actual them playing against each other is actually really cool, and I'd love to see them do that again in the future, especially for charity and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's a really
that would
thing.
be good.
It was really cool to see them.
Everybody would watch that.
Yeah,
people want to see the devs play their own game for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Especially since it was QA, it was like US QA versus EU QA, so it was like people who actually play the game frequently playing against each other.
Side, which are two of the biggest ones.
Yeah.
And so, luckily Squadron and 3.0 are kind of aligned in both of those. And I think I talked a little bit about the newsletter that we just sent out this morning.
Don't pause and go read that yet. Save till you're done with us, and then go read it. But it's
so good. I mean, there's a lot of little detail stuff that besides sort of the big headline sort of profession stuff, there's things like you've got to okay, if we're going to have all the people running around this star system and we have these different landing areas, we have to take care of things like, landing order, right? We need air traffic control, just like you do in a normal airport. So, we have to go and write the logic that determines, how long you can land on a pad, what order you are in the queue. Then if someone decides they're not getting out of their ship in time, we've got to forcibly take them out of their ship.
That wasn't me, by the way. That was on the live.
That was on the live stream.
There's things that in terms of we've talked about interdiction. So if we're going to have cargo and going from point A to point B, there needs to be some risk to that, which means someone's going to, if you're on a safe cargo run, perhaps you're going to get attacked by pirates. How do pirates stop you when you're in quantum drive? So all the, those things like, we're talking about, okay, we want pirates. Well, we need boarding and security. Now you can already fly, as you saw earlier in the show.
Yep.
You can sort of enter ships because there's no locks or anything.
Yep.
But that's, ultimately as we move to a proper economy, that's not so fun. So, we're going to have, and this is what item 2.0.
As we move toward the proper economy.
Down your ship.
Chad, are you triggered?
So you can open up the doors or not. Then maybe if someone's boarding, they can try to hack the door, or maybe they can, just use an explosive charge to disable it and get in.
Explosive
Then
charge!
If they do that, perhaps they'll decompress the inside of it. So all these things, we've been laying the core systems. Some of them are actually sitting in 2.6, but not fully utilized yet. But there's still game code that has to go on top to finish off this stuff. But those are an example of when we say, okay, we're going to have cargo, we're going to have piracy. I've just sort of talked about some details that we have to take care of to get you there, and I think that's generally people go, well, it takes a long time to get all this stuff done, and really kind of this sort of stuff is what takes the time, because the big high level stuff is obviously, oh yeah, I can understand, I need to create this landing area and this landing area and this landing area, but you also need to have the ability to sort of take care of all the edge cases and details and stuff like that.
Well, I would just add that a big part of what 3.0 is aiming
is
to
someone
do
just put their hand on the
to
screen?
set
What the
up
fuck?
a lot of the foundational stuff. As
Oh yeah, there's a thumb up there.
Yeah.
Such that going forward, we're more iterating upon finished, bits and pieces of technology. And to give you some specific examples, there's the service beacon system, which will debut with 3.0, which will allow players to start to satisfy
service
requests from other
beacon.
players, and to
The
formulate
service
contracts and get paid for that, and be penalized if they do something improper according to reputation. And then there's the whole shop back end where,
Reputation.
you can actually go into stores right now and you can purchase
I'm getting
things.
triggered.
But there are a lot of things behind the scenes that are currently cheated, in the existing version that we're aiming to have wrapped up and done the proper way. And this involves everything from, like, shops already have a concept of inventory, but they don't have any sort of concept of.
This wasn't back when they didn't know what they were doing, how they were doing. This was in 2016. This was like 4 years after they had already been doing this for 4 years.
Experiencing heavy demand, and that request for product is not translating and turning into missions that players and NPCs can then go, fulfill. We don't have, and another thing aiming for on 3.0 is what I call the probability volumes, which are basically the intermediary
He started
between the
talking about
backend
Star
simulation
Sim.
and what you actually see when you're flying around in the game world.
Probability volumes.
Basically
do it the right justice. Talk about quantum.
This is before they even had the term quantum.
And it basically, collapses into reality as you kind of like fly through, so that if you're between say ArcCorp, which has a TDD and a refinery installation, then you should see a bunch of freighter traffic basically going back and forth there. And if there's a lot of value, then you're probably going to see pirates getting attracted. And so this is something that we're aiming to get the first bits and pieces operational on 3.0. We won't have time to actually fully exploit these things, but it will put us in a very good position such that each successive 3.x release will be able to build more and more on top of these things. Whereas as of right now, we've still got a number of shortcomings to where we've kind of had to basically, go through, solving some problems in a fairly, circuitous,
Buddy, I can't watch this anymore. I can't watch it after this year. This is really getting to me.
And I mean, I would say that.
No, not right now. I just like in general.
We're gonna have sort of like a baby.
You want me to skip it forward, or?
No. I'm just saying, like, the way they're talking about this stuff is like, man, it really gets to me.
Sort of the master, I don't know what you want to call it, the maestro of sort of the AI population and where the AI.
10 minutes. About 16 minutes. About
AI traders are.
About 10 minutes. Oh no, you're fine on time.
Yeah. And having all those sort of come together. And that's sort of laying the foundation of how we expand out. So there is a lot of stuff to happen on 3.0. We've actually, along the way with it. I mean, Tony's already.
We're gonna skip over it. Like
sort of
the vast majority of the stream is just them playing
all that stuff
Star
is,
Marine.
Actually, basically. You've got very good visibility as to what needs to be done. It's just a matter now of actually, slugging it out and basically getting all these pieces done. But that actually says a lot, because if you go back, 12 months ago, we were still figuring out exactly.
Tony Z never existed.
More
He's just a figment of our imagination.
Going to be solved. We knew the general direction. We've actually got a lot of specificity in regards to exactly how we're going to wind up.
I think I've ever seen Chris be so quiet.
A lot of these things at this point in time, which is part of the reason why we actually only recently started to feel comfortable with putting production schedules out in front of people.
China. I'm in Texas.
Is because you've now got that that level of clarity.
So we're
what's this?
The wrap-up signal.
This is the 2016 live stream.
Yeah, no,
I want to ask another question.
No, it's fine. We can, because we're not network TV here.
That's right. That's right.
So let's take a few more questions.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, Jesus, Chris.
Good. So 3.0.
This used to be content, by the way, chat. This used to be the content.
3.0 economy, right? So obviously one of the questions that people are having is, will we start to be able to buy ships with UEC? What are the effects of economy with 3.0, right? We just talked about the complexity of once you think of a
Eric doesn't work there
career
anymore.
And all the gameplay implications, and then how you.
I don't think he does. He might.
What are the thoughts about economy?
We won't have
No, he's not there.
the full-blown simulation won't happen with 3.0. What we'll probably do, as a short-term intermediate solution,
We still don't have the full-blown simulation at 4.0.
System, so that we can get a little bit of variability in terms of pricing, what's available, where, how frequent,
I get hindsight, man, but this is
this is what Jared meant when he said CIG needs to do more live streams so streamers can have content. Well, he does. Otherwise, we watch this.
To actually do those missions, that type of
That's
stuff.
This is not a threat. This is a promise. Do more content, Jared, or this shit comes on. This shit comes on every other week.
lists.
You and Lederhosen, buddy.
Whereas when you're doing a rules-based system, you tend to have a lot of
Star Citizen Holiday Livestream 24/7
channel. It's much more difficult to basically get this whole big symbiotic entity working working properly.
No, I think the
The more I watch, the more I understand why Salty Mike is the way he is. Yes.
Right now, you can't really sort of buy weapons and ships in the PU, and we don't really have expendables working. That'll all sort of come with item 2.0. So, expendables are sort of the, obviously, things that make sense right now, like fuel.
I would say this is better than CitizenCon Direct if all the stuff they were saying happened.
Yeah.
But it didn't.
But also ammo or missiles.
It still hasn't
there'll be
happened.
things like bits that will break on your ship, or fuses, or fuel rods, and various sort of small sub-items that you'll probably have to keep a stock of. And you get in a battle, or things start to break down, you have to fix it up. And so we're trying to have some really cool functional emergent gameplay that will happen. But I think the
Just so
really
you know,
interesting thing is
the
going to
idea
be,
of engineering is that
how
old.
we balance
Chat.
the cost of everything, because one of the
It
biggest
is- it is
challenges that
9
we
years
have
old.
compared to a
Yeah.
normal
It's 13
MMO
years
is
old.
that we have
Yeah.
an
It's
been
incredibly
there
range
since the very beginning
of,
almost.
economy. That's
But like the way that you
happening,
like
that
you have
can
to
go
replace
from,
fuses and stuff like
buying a
that.
handgun
Was specifically
to,
not
buying
something
a
that they
space
mentioned
destroyer.
until like
right
this
now.
time.
Normally in the real world, only a nation can afford to have a destroyer, and you can go down
No,
and
Sherry,
buy, say,
he
a
was
handgun
known
or whatever
as
for
Twerk
$300,
$17
$400.
before he became Mike.
The challenge is
He'll always be Twerk
balancing
17
he did
to
content
me.
before Star
on the
Citizen?
low end.
No.
No,
you don't get.
but he was called
if I
Twerk
can afford an
17
F-16
for a
from
few
day
years
one,
before he
I
changed to
don't care
Salty
if it's a
Mike.
handgun.
I think it was like
Refer to what kids
2017 or
Or
something
you
like that.
afford a $30 million, $40 million jet fighter. So
I think it was a play on
There's nothing
the
compared to my jet
company
fuel
that
costs
made
and
Worms,
everything
Team
else.
17.
So the key is sort of trying to figure the progression and the costs, and also making sort of the bigger ships.
Potato,
be
both
something
Fastcart
that you
and
work
Darge know
towards
Mike
and
pretty
earn,
pretty
in the
well.
game,
They're
'cause
they're
it's,
they're
you don't
riffing
want to
him.
sort of do
That's
4
all.
missions and okay, now I've got my Aurora and I'm flying a Javelin, right? That doesn't make sense. So we need to balance it in such a way that the bigger ships, the multi-crew ships, they'll have bigger running costs. You'll need crew, especially on the bigger capital ships, and they'll also have a different earning potential. So they'll be able to earn more, but will also have more running costs. And so you'll work your way up as a group or as a bunch of players together.
This is all still what we believe is going to happen.
To do it there. So I think it's going to be interesting because we've been sort of running our models on UEC comparative to, kind of what we do it as pledges, and I'll say that people are getting a good deal on the pledge stuff, especially in the bigger ships, because
it's about 10 minutes left now.
They're going to just have to price up bigger based on kind of like the different missions and earning. But there's a whole risk reward stuff, so you may get paid more for a risky or a combat mission, but then you'll have bigger costs, maybe repair costs, repairing, like replacing.
People are asking the chat to fast forward.
Trade run may not be, maybe
So I see
may
is
not
an
have
attacking
those
another
same
streamer, not a
costs,
great first
although
impression, Astro.
ultimately, so it may pay
You can see however you want to,
That's
Potato.
going to be the big challenge, and that's what's really exciting about 3.0 is getting the first bit of that in. I'm sure we're going to have to do a lot of adjusting and adapting, and we'll sort of be working towards that as we build towards the.
There will be, because it permeates the entire design on so many levels. Like right now, you just think it's like, well, it's fairly easy right now to basically pull for another player's Hornet, and what's the real world value of that Hornet relative to as Chris was mentioning, the guns, the clothes, the armor, which we actually want to make it still kind of challenging to get to the next level of personal armor, etc. But who's going to do the mission to basically make $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000 when it's much easier to basically just pull for another player's ship? And so there's a lot of work to be done to make sure that
I feel like a lot of players say that same thing these days.
Taking that ship, on the one hand, it's got to be extremely difficult. It can't be just get in and basically you press the button and it automatically starts. There's got to be a lot more difficulty than that. You may incentivize players by having anti-theft devices, which basically lower their insurance premium, something similar conceptually to what you'd have in the real world. You may just apply much more significant consequences in terms of, well, when you have that ship, maybe you can't sell it, or maybe you can only sell it in very specific areas, and maybe you get only a very small fraction of the price, and maybe the maybe the security, in the, when you're going through, areas that actually, have that have UE security, maybe you really get the screws put to you to basically make it really unattractive to be carting around stolen ships, stolen cargo, all of this type of stuff. And so there is, like Chris says, like there's going to be a lot of balancing work that needs to be done to make this all, work, and that's. Seamlessly. Yeah, well, it's what I think a lot of the 3.1, 3.2, 3.3 is going to be. Is we've actually marked it out according to the schedule that we released before, to where we were being fairly conservative in terms of a couple occupations with each major point release. And once we've got a lot of these basic tools operational, creating
Hold on, can you pause
occupations really becomes predominantly an exercise.
Can you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to.
I'm sorry.
I was trying to.
Pause it. Oh my god, I'm gonna myself in the head, dude. Did he just say they were being conservative
Yes.
with the professions?
Yes. Yes.
On the 2016 roadmap, dude.
Yes.
Where he said farming was going to be in the game in 20.
Yes.
Bro, what? What?
This is the reason why so many people don't trust CIG, because this is the kind of shit they would say.
Wait, hold on, chat. I'm so sorry. I need to pull it up. I have to pull it up, dude. There's no freaking way.
They
There's
were
no
intending
way.
to release the game at this point, though. You gotta remember, People to Planet dropped shortly after this. That's what changed everything. And they redid everything.
But like the road to release, dude. Hold on. The roadmap in the road to release had the Banduul Merchantman coming in like 3.3. It had farming. It had science research in the Endeavor. It had passenger transport, salvage, repair, mining, everything within a year of 3.0.
Yeah.
I'm crashing out, man.
All right.
I'm gonna die tonight. I'm sorry. Go ahead and play it. I'm not gonna find it.
No, I'm pulling it up right now.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Pause it real quick.
Just
Let
tell
me
when you
go
got
over it. Let me go over it.
Conservative?
Yeah, go ahead.
So 3.0 was going to have trading, cargo transport,
If you
smuggling.
send it to
I
You wanna
can't.
send it to me and I'll
I
open it?
can't because
Okay,
the files have been taken down. So
It's all good. I'm gonna pull up the YouTube version and I'll go over it as you're talking about it.
I do see some of these from Gamers Nexus, but like they're sort of different. 4.0 was where we're going to actually have jump points, and it was going to have the Orion and the Crucible, and additional solar system locations. It was also going to have science and research, exploration, discovery, travel to multiple star systems. 3.1 was going to have mining and refining, quantum interdiction, refueling, escort. It was going to have the Cutlass Red and Blue, MISC Hull C, Prospector, and Origin 85X. 3.2 was going to have repair and salvage. It was going to have it was going to have the constellation Taurus, Phoenix, Terrapin, Harbinger, Sentinel, and Reclaimer. And it was also going to have mercenary covert operations. 4.3 was going to, or 3.3 was going to have farming and rescue, plus additional solar system locations somehow, without jump points, plus the Anvil Carrack, the 890 jump, the Banduul Merchantman, and the MISC
Banduul
Reliant.
Merchantman, bro. In 2017.
And
Give me the
then
big one. Come on.
I don't see all of them.
4.0, I've got it pulled up.
Yeah, I got the 4.0.
4.0 was after 3.3.
Yeah, it was after 3.3.
They went from 3.3 to 4.0,
Yeah.
and they said it was going to have travel to multiple star systems, additional solar system locations by default, exploration and discovery, science and research, the Orion, and the Crucible.
Yeah.
And this was supposed to be a patch a quarter.
Yeah.
So this was 3.0 in 2017 quarter one, 4.0 in 2018 quarter one.
Yeah.
Or 2017 quarter four. Yeah. I don't know, man. That's insane that he said conservative.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would say that. You didn't have to.
Because they all legitimately,
like, we didn't.
They legitimately thought they were going to release with like 3.0. And then they did People of the Planet, and Chris threw everything out the fucking window. This is the reason why I've said in the past.
You think it was the Planet Tech?
Yeah, it was. The 2016 they is when they got the Planet Tech working, and they threw everything out the fucking window, and just started over from scratch, and didn't realize how long it was going to take.
remember one of the Citizen Cons just before this was the one where the Connie flew down and it was just a landing zone. So when Pivotal Planet came, the entire game changed where it became massive planets that you could fly down to and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
but I thought
that's why everything changed.
I thought they had that figured out in 2015. I don't think it's crazy that everything changed. I think that's fine. I think what's crazy is how confidently they spoke about this stuff at a time that was so turbulent. That they knew Planet Tech was being worked on here.
They would say this shit.
It's pure marketing.
All the time. Yeah, no, it was later in 2017, in January, I still remember it. Aaron came on to talk about, it was 2017 or 2018, when Aaron came on to talk about the staggered development, when they started doing staggered development. And basically everything that Aaron said was all focused on, by doing this, releases will come faster. That's the only reason why we're doing this, is so we can release faster. And it's like, no, you were doing this so you didn't have burnout on your employees. But he was talking to the audience in a kind of like how, year of stability kind of thing. The beginning of the year first, when you have a big executive come on to a live stream and sit down and say, hey, this is what our plans for this, that kind of thing. He was trying to calm down people who were freaking out. And so it became, we got to tell them what they want to hear rather than what the actual reality was. And this is the problem, is that people say CIG is now doing corporate speak. They would fucking do this shit all the time. They would cover their own asses because they were like, fuck, we need to calm people down so they don't start leaving. This is why I call them cowards, because they do this stuff instead of being honest because they're afraid of losing money.
Yeah, it's very clear that they really felt the need to, like, they clearly had something good. I'm not trying to say that like what they were doing wasn't bad in terms of the development and the project they were trying to go after. It's just like they obviously felt the need to do all of this exaggeration and hyperbole just to keep people interested, to keep the project alive. And I get that. It's just
they also
I don't think this is the right way.
They also tended to believe, like they actually believed some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Don't take out the idea that they self-deluded themselves into believing some of these things could be that fast too. So, all right, let's keep playing. Sorry.
Basically just
using
things
Tomatoes
developed
slowly crashes out over the whole stream.
He's just going to start rocking into those crazy people in the street. Just going to start rocking.
So
yeah,
I think that all of those successive point releases are really going to spend a lot of their time just trying to get the formula right, and it's why looking forward we were being a bit conservative in terms of the rate at which we introduce new occupations.
All right, 2 more questions. For the next question, you started tapping on this already. We talk a lot about careers and any kind of gameplay, right? People get really excited about what they're going to get to do. I have never seen a reaction from human beings.
Hey, Mr. True Num Nums, thanks for the raid. Welcome, everybody. We're watching the 2016 live stream.
I was blown away at Citizen Go when we showed farming, and hundreds of years ago, that's just what people did, right? It wasn't gameplay, but they're really excited about it. So, question was,
we still farm, Eric.
How can I be a farmer? Tony, I want to farm
I think
in this game.
First, I'd preface that with I think that part of the reason why players get excited about that type of stuff, and I don't think it's just farming. I think it's actually just the non-combat aspects of the game. I think there is a significant contingent of the community that wants to do stuff other than basically
like resource harvesting, right? So mining, farming,
hey DJ,
salvaging,
exploration, discovery of new things, helping other players, medical, assistance, things of that sort, and if we really want to basically be able to appeal to all those people, then we're going to have sufficient content in all of those different areas. And I think that farming is really just representative of the fact that you're really going in a direction, for that particular occupation that has little to do with combat. Now, they're based, you will still face it on occasion when you go into the busy zones, and if you've got incredibly valuable
Return of the Thumb!
Seeds or fertilizer or whatever else, it's like then you're going to.
I feel like Star Citizen players need
the thumb's coming back
every single week.
Look,
looking to make a quick
every week.
That's kind of one of the things that reinforces that. Like, I know a lot of people sort of. People on the forums
this thumb. I don't see this thumb you're talking about. It's freaking me out. What are you talking about?
Back it up like 10 seconds.
How do we win and do this? And I sort of feel.
What was it?
The thumb in the top left.
Like I know a lot of people.
A little bit more. Right there. You see the little top left, the little black spot? It's growing and it's like it slowly gets bigger then pulls back. Like someone's like trying to adjust the camera. Yeah.
Over on the left
And
corner.
then like a finger is coming right over the left corner like a dark spot.
Little to do with combat. Now they're based, you will still face it on occasion when you go into the busy zones, and if you've got incredibly valuable, seeds or fertilizer or whatever else, it's like then you're going to be a target for those people that are looking to make a quick buck.
And I think that's kind of
yeah, I'm gonna steal your seed, bro.
Like I know a lot of people.
What's up, DJ Knight?
Can
we get a follow up in for DJ Knight? Fantastic streamer, worth your time. We need to play Jump Ship at some point.
How do we win and do this? And I sort of feel like in Star Citizen there should not be a definition of win. Is there a definition of win in real life? It sort of depends.
There it is. There's no pay to win.
Some people think they're winning if they're helping other people. They're a doctor, they're healing someone. Someone thinks they're winning if they're a world-famous sports person. Someone thinks they're winning if they're protecting their country.
He's just describing
and so we want to give
sandbox.
people the options to have all different kinds of play styles, whether it's passive or sort of more combat-oriented, whether it's in your set by
Can we also get
yourself,
a shout out to Mr. Shooting Num Nums who did rated? Meister Shooting Num Nums.
And then depending on sort of what you're into, your definition of what your win or what your end of game will be different.
Yeah.
So we want to make Star Citizen, the big sandbox, have as much possibility as you see sort of in the real world. And I think that's kind of what's going to be really interesting to see happen. I think that's one of the big attractions to what we're pitching, and it's also one of the reasons why it's taking so long, because we're trying to build everything to be able to do that.
Yeah, which you already get a sense of right now, right? I mean, we just showed off all the things you can do in this game, and you get a sense of it. It's really exciting.
Yeah, and if you think about farming, again, I kind of mentioned how we were being conservative with regards to the number of new occupations that we're introducing with the point releases, because we think that balance is really going to be a significant part of the of the game post 3.0. If you think about what is really involved in farming, it's going to be the acquisition of things. It's going to be the acquisition of rare seeds, which is going to.
Can we get a
distant
proof of life from Tomato after that comment?
Spending a fortune, or pilfering them from some heavily guarded.
I think I kind of drowned it out, to be honest. He got me with the rare seeds comment.
He reiterated the conservative with our and doing balance for 3.0. The 3.0 branch is mostly unbalanced.
You're then basically putting, you're using objects on other objects. You're basically applying maintenance in the form of radiation and water.
Got about 2 minutes left before this
these things. Then
section
you're basically seeking to sell these things, which is going to be exactly like selling, the stolen cargo that you've gotten
off from 2016
that you took from from another player's, or NPC's freighter, or selling, parts of your ship that you no longer want, and things of that sort. In other words,
that audio is that's theirs.
It's not me.
Yeah,
that's not me.
That are going to constitute, the farming occupation we're already going to have in other, working in other parts of the game. And that kind of goes back to, get your foundation right, and you will eventually hit this point in your development cycle to where you can start to create content at a much more rapid
Let's
pace.
do the final question, and then we can.
Well, the final question, the final question was.
He basically cut him off.
You guys want to talk about? Otherwise, it was more reminding that this is a holiday live stream.
Right.
And I have a 2-year-old daughter now, and so I wanted to ask you guys, what are holiday traditions?
God, his daughter
I was legitimately about to be like, this is a holiday live stream, and I have a daughter, I need to go.
My 2-year-old always loves to. Now I've shown
his
her
daughter is
houses, and every time we drive one, she's like, lights.
11 years old.
Holidays, but what about you guys? What is a quick thing that you look forward to at this time of year?
Well, I have 2 little daughters, so they love putting the tree together, and it's awesome seeing them get all excited by presents.
Sure.
I know this is not what I think it is. It is what you think it is.
And playing some games.
Exactly.
And the time that I can actually play some games as opposed to work on games, is I don't get much time off, but over the holidays, that's one of the few times I do.
Same, yeah. Tony?
Yeah, so I just had a girl, Savannah Storm. So she's, as of today, she's 3 months old.
Congratulations.
And
Happy
so
birthday.
she's basically added to Phoenix, who's now 2.
Yeah.
And so what I'm looking forward more to this Christmas than I have in several past, because all of a sudden the importance, like Chris said, of getting that Christmas tree up, putting the lights. This is the first time,
they tried to erase the
Phoenix,
archives.
Saw Christmas tree last year, but he was 1-year-old and it wasn't really registering. Now he's all over. He's pulling the lights. You start putting presents under. He wants to check them out, and he gets he gets the whole thing.
Also, Paul will never let this die. I have it downloaded on my computer. I have it saved in multiple places.
Fundamentally new.
I will never let this
things that
die.
You've done before are now taking on a completely
You
different.
rediscover them for
That's
the
right. Yeah, it's a fresh perspective. All right.
Okay,
Cool.
great.
Thank
All right.
you,
Well,
guys.
thanks, Tony and Eric. So it was a good talk. A little long, maybe, but we like to go on a bit.
He's like,
so
I
anyway,
didn't.
We have even more details.
Tony's
in
here,
the
so you know.
monthly report on the website about some of the stuff we worked on this past month.
Let's get
Do you
into
want to watch the intro of this?
Yeah, we'll watch the intro
we'll
to this
keep
and
having
we'll
additional
move on to
updates
the
as progress
very end.
continues
Yeah.
on 3.0 and other things like Squadron.
We could stretch
so
a little
for now,
bit.
for today's live stream,
Don't
main
kill yourself
event,
on the timing.
As developers
The cringe
from both
part
sides
was
of the
we
pond
missed
compete
all
to
of the
win
technical difficulties if you just came
coveted
in.
RSI
Like
Cup.
the first 30, 40 minutes of this is
Let's
just
go
nothing but
to your
technical
community
difficulties
managers,
and cringe.
Jared and Tyler for more.
Hey, that was a good transition.
Yeah.
Which is that the Spain and
It's the
German and English
flag, yeah.
I got Spain for a second.
All right.
That wasn't me. That was their transition again.
Hello.
Oh, no.
All I can do is laugh at this point.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Oh,
How
that would
about
be
you?
a bummer to be that guy in the back.
Fantastic. I
He
realized
can't leave now.
before we cut to us that this hat does not work well with headphones.
No, neither does this one. This one is balancing precariously on top, so I'm going to go ahead if it's okay.
Not
with all of you,
Lederhosen.
I'm
He was
gonna
in
go
the he's
ahead
in
and
the
cut off the rest of this.
UK guard outfit.
Hi, everybody. I'm community manager Jared Huckabee. With me today is
Community manager Tyler Whitkin.
and we are here for the 2946 RSI Cup. It's an international tournament. We've got members from our Foundry 42 UK and Frankfurt studios loading into games now. Members from our Cloud Imperium Los Angeles and Austin.
King of the North,
studios
Ned
loading
Stark.
into games now. And
They
we are
use
going to
they showed the
award
English
an
and
award that
German
goes out
flags because
to
that's where their
all of
offices
you.
are.
Yeah, yeah.
So at the end of this, basically whoever wins, they will get.
I miss
a
Tyler. Tyler
RSI
didn't go anywhere.
trophy
He's still like the
for
head of
your-
community.
for your hanger flare, and it will be emblazoned with the names of the winners. So before we get too far into it, we want to introduce the teams. We're going to start with Team Europe. We're going to show you a quick video, and then we're going to head to Cameron Wilkie out in Manchester.
You want to skip it
for
ahead
the
now?
rest. Ready?
Let's watch the video. These are good ones.
2.6.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
God,
Oh,
Todd
young
looks so
Todd.
young.
US versus Europe. How seriously are you guys taking
Look at
this?
him. He's fresh.
Well, Aaron offered the services of Phil Miller to basically kind of motivate the team. And after looking at the security footage, I think the Miles Eckhart thing went to his head.
You go to the playback videos. What the f? You guys need to raise your game. You understand? Louder.
Hey X, could you move your mouse down a little bit?
Keep it up.
Oh, sorry.
Gentlemen, as Jack Burton said, it's all in the reflexes. Hands out. Come on. Too slow on the floor. Give me 20. Too slow on the floor. Give me 20. Oh, nice work. Nice work. Back to your desk. You two, carry on.
What do you think about Phil Miller motivating the team?
I think it's a great idea. Phil's a real people person.
Mince pies are for closers only.
Yeah, he'll go really well. He's got a fantastic rapport with the QA guys.
You do not train to be merciful. Mercy's for the weak. You just die.
Dude, this guy on the left is over on like
enough.
his email.
Yeah.
What are you QAing? Oh shit. Okay.
I think Phil got carried away.
I don't understand. With
Yeah, that's Eckhart.
broken monitor.
That's the guy who
and
plays
Miles
Miles Eckhart.
Scraping off walls. With
Really?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
with HR.
Phil Miller is the guy who
Nick
plays
said
Miles
Phil's a
Eckhart.
fan. This is absolutely insane. I don't get it. I mean, we've got half of QA lining up to quit. You know what? We
Backers
damn
are
well
like,
better
they
beat
wasted my
USA now
backer
for
dollars on that
stuff, because this
monitor.
Is absolutely insane. This is ridiculous.
It's like a bad episode of The Office. This is why it's great. Oh God, Wilkie. Star Cringe! Star Cringe!
They haven't told him. There's somebody's head on the bottom there. Oh.
Welcome to sunny Wilmslow,
Oh,
where it's
okay.
my privilege to introduce Team Foundry. Starting off with Wayne. Wayne, how are you today?
I'm fine, thanks very much, Cameron.
What do you do here at Foundry 42?
I'm on the QA team as part of the QA tech team.
I've seen you in practice today. You have been kicking and taking numbers.
Yeah, especially in the race. I'm hoping to win that one.
Did he just censor himself?
Yes. Personal best today.
I did. Just over 40 seconds. Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. We look forward to seeing you on the track shortly.
Excellent.
And now to Mickey Oliver.
Mickey!
Oliver, we've seen you on ATV a few times.
Yes.
Are you, what is your highlight you're looking forward to today?
I'm looking forward to Star Marine very
Okay.
much. Yes, my favourite part.
Favorite weapon?
I like the shotgun. the
Okay.
best, yes.
Get up close and personal.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Yes,
cool. Very cool.
cool.
Andy Nicholson.
Hello, Cameron.
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you.
How's the ship balancing going?
Oh, it's a piece of cake. Don't worry about it.
Are you enjoying the playthroughs today? You're getting a lot of personal feedback on your own balancing?
Absolutely, yeah. Firsthand.
Very good.
Definitely.
Very good. Now, over from our German office, over from Frankfurt, we have Melissa. Melissa, how are you today?
God, Melissa's got me in so much trouble in the
Any message you
past.
want to give our community?
Thanks for supporting us.
Okay.
I'll do my best.
Wonderful. And Mark White,
Yes, hello.
what are you flying in the race coming up?
I'll be in the 350R.
350, okay. Are you expecting to come
No,
in the top
Shiver.
three?
Yeah, Shiver's got me in
I'm
trouble
hopeful,
for it.
hopeful.
I saw you come first and second in early playthroughs.
Yeah, that was mainly people crashing. I go slow to try and get through.
Okay, slow and steady.
That's the way.
All right, well, this is Cameron Wilkie from Wilmslow, heading back over to LA.
Can I just say that
Listen
I
up!
really
You have
can
the
you pause
honor
it?
of being chosen.
I really do love that they're trying to do this. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
dying,
like this.
but
I like this.
I genuinely love every single person who's showing up on the camera and putting in the work to do this. Like, I don't want anybody to think that I'm disrespecting these people.
No.
I really appreciate their effort.
No, especially this part.
It's just rough.
This part is great. I want CIG to do this part specifically, where like they have like a tournament against each other or something like that. That'd be great. That'd be fantastic. Especially these little vignettes and stuff like that.
Make it flow a little.
They can float a little better. And I
like they should have, like he said, devs aren't actors.
Yeah.
They should have people who are supposed to be on camera for this. Let these people do their work.
No, and the funny part is that about this is that it shows that the project itself isn't perfect, and continuing to watch this and promote it to people who haven't seen it, because this is something that they try to remove entirely, shows that like they're human and they'll make mistakes, and it's always important to keep these in fact, because a lot of people like you, Tomato, are like, wait, did they actually fucking say that? It's like, yeah, preserving it is important for it, you know? Yeah.
It's definitely a testament to how the studio itself didn't really care if they didn't have the people to do specific things. They were just trying to do it as a project, and I appreciate that as a small thing, relatively small.
Let's watch these intros and then we'll skip the matches. The matches they're fine, but like, you know, it's matches. You know.
To be part of this team. Now, I see potential, and I, for
Bender.
one, did not come all the way out here to go home a loser. Did you? No, sir. I don't believe you. No, sir. Then you will train. You will need to hone your mind and your body. Winning isn't just an option. It is the only possible outcome. Do I make myself clear? Yes, sir.
By the way,
I can't hear you.
Bender, the guy in the hat who's doing the
Salutation.
who's doing the bit, the sergeant bit, he was actually in the military.
Tyler, straighten up that
Bender?
Yeah.
He did a lot of weapons animations and
Yeah,
stuff
he does,
like the
yeah.
knives and stuff like that.
He's the head of animation.
Yep.
CIG. He moved to
right.
Frankfurt.
Let's get some wheatgrass.
Is that everything?
Yeah, why?
I thought we were supposed to be doing a montage.
No, I don't have time for montage.
None of us have time, and that's why we were doing the montage.
like a cheesy
80s
1980s
yeah.
Baywatch commercial. Citizen Watch.
What?
Yes.
Someone needs to make that into a meme.
It was at one point.
Yeah. Or that on a t-shirt. Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.
Mark Abent.
They look ready.
They were always ready.
I love it.
Please beam this kind of stuff back, dude.
Cinema. Cinema, chat. This is cinema.
They don't get to have fun like this anymore.
No.
Thanks very much. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, let's get to the end.
What happened?
No, we just skipped through it.
Oh, we skipped through the whole thing?
Skip through the
battle?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all just, you know, them talking back and forth. We can skip through this. This is just the
audio.
Yeah.
I remember this trailer. This was the trailer for what was it called? The Mauler? Or no?
It's the Destroyer, I think. It's
the Driller. It's the Driller.
The Driller. Yeah. I remember watching this trailer like 6 or 7 times.
Who
and being
won?
like, wow.
I think USA won.
I can go back
that
if you
makes
really
sense.
want to see who wins, but
No, we'll just settle on that. USA wins.
USA
of
wins.
course.
Of course they did.
Right. That's yeah. Everybody cheer.
So the Vanduul fleet has been in existence for quite a while. We actually, if you look online, you'll find lots of shots of the initial models available to various people getting into the build.
The
These
escort
ships
carrier
were
looks
kinda
very
taken,
Eve.
and we really kind of had to reinvent the wheel on how we would efficiently make these ships. So
That guy sounds like Berserker.
previously,
No.
it was kind of thought that we could kind of model all this stuff, and
What are you talking about?
Theoretically,
Berserker's a myth.
Aren't you Berserker?
He died back in 2016.
When something
He died of
drops
cringe
below
watching
the
this.
screen ratio, you get anti-aliasing.
All I know is this guy named
And when
Paul.
you're making a ship that's completely based around metal, essentially things run a high risk of turning into a beetroot at a given distance. So you can kind of lot that stuff out as efficiently as you want to, but it just becomes far too labor intensive. It's really about kind of going back to the beginning and establishing, you know, a more kind of alien look, should we say, for the whole fleet.
I haven't been
and
here for
really
5
kind
years.
of
Oh no, I changed my name.
Making that kind of foundation filter through to the
7
rest
years
of the
ago?
fleet. So our hero asset, should we say, for the Vanduul stuff is the Driller at the moment. Matt and Colin have been working very hard on that and establishing really the pipeline and the work that goes into making that kind of look work. So it's not as black and white as, okay, we've made an Idris and then we go off and make a Vanduul thing. The approaches are completely different. The styles are completely different. So you kind of have to have a different mindset when you're creating this stuff. So Matt and Colin have been kind of working in isolation for a while. We've tried our best to kind of give them the room and space to kind of establish this stuff, which they have done. I think what you see today will kind of nail that for you.
There you go. So as normal, Nate and his team have done a amazing job there with that beast, which you'll meet at some point in Squadron 42.
Hey,
the
Orky.
pallets are going to have to.
Welcome to the Cringe
have their
Fest.
hands full. Anyway, so now we got a glimpse of their ship. Let's sit here and have a little chat about the Vanduul.
Yeah.
Let's sit here.
So we sort of been working on developing the ships themselves.
This is like 15, 20 minutes, and that's
which
it.
Are, pretty interesting. I think maybe perhaps should we just show a little scale video to sort of see how they line up?
Yeah, absolutely.
First, let's do that. So if you guys can run.
It's a bit over
scale
15
video
minutes.
So we can sort of see how a person lines up to the various ships. To get an idea of scale.
This is the worst live stream CIG has ever made. This live stream was so bad they removed it from their website. They tried to scrub it from the internet. I love the scale thing. Like I said, when it gets to the
I love
end,
the music, man.
when they get to the end,
yeah,
it's,
this is a cool
it's when they got to the end, it's a lot better. Like they worked out a lot of those issues.
Did they publish this video? Oh, where else separate from the live stream?
Yeah, I think they did actually back in the day.
Yeah, and then they removed it from the website because it got so many people were making fun of them.
Oh, because the scale doesn't.
No,
actually match?
he means the scale video, Paul, not the
scale video.
whole thing. Yeah, they did put the scale one around somewhere.
Okay.
There you go. So you kind of have an idea of the range of scales, and of course, we build we build all those out properly, so they have interiors, and you can explore around them. And that's kind of one of the great things with Star Citizen. Obviously, two of the largest Vanduul ships were sort of shown there.
They're massive.
They're big.
They're huge.
Like, I'm already getting lost on a Starfarer. I can't even imagine going aboard one of those.
Well, that's the Starfarer, dude.
Yep,
That's
definitely. So anyway, that's the Vanduul. We saw a little glimpse of a side shot. We've been sort of working on continuing to refine in the Vanduul. So do you want to talk a little bit about?
Currently working not just on the ships, but we're also working on the Vanduul themselves. So we're going to throw up some images, and we're just going to talk about the process.
This is super appropriate.
The lore as well.
This one right here, because of all the Vanduul coming in.
One of the Vanduul warriors, and so there's some interesting lore with the armor.
Wow, that's much different.
Some of them wear more or less, but it's not in the typical way that you would think.
Yeah, one of the ideas that we were thinking is that kind of newer, more green Vanduul warriors would be out there with a lot of protection.
The background is Terra,
and then
guys.
kind of as they earn their
Terra
stripes, it shows their bravery to kind of go into battle naked in that kind of warrior fashion. So when you see like a Vanduul who's not armored, you know he's been in combat for a really long time and kind of has mad chops in order to be able to survive that long. The braver they are, the less armor they wear.
Right. So what you're seeing on screen right now, because
That's
he's still
changed,
armored
by
up,
the way.
is one of the younger or more green versions of them.
Yeah, and I think we're also talking about sort of fusing their arm. I mean, like one of the concepts of the Vanduul is that they don't feel pain the way that we do.
Right.
And also they're able to sort of survive in vacuum in a way that a human.
Yeah, they don't need to wear a traditional like spacesuit at all.
This is the
Go out
kind of
there
lore
from
that I'm really
armor
excited to
into
see
atmosphere,
play out in
from
Squadron.
space into atmosphere
They
without
can survive
needing-
the perils of space.
Yeah, and in fact, we actually, I think.
When did that change regarding the armor? We don't know. They just they've just sort of dropped the idea.
Breathe, not necessarily in the oxygen, for a certain period of time.
Was that the idea that higher up Vanduul wear less armor?
Yes, they're more naked.
Breathing
like a camel.
And then if they were going to extend it for longer, they would maybe wear a face mask.
I think that was
the way their body's constructed. They don't have the same.
I liked that idea. It was cool.
I think the idea was
kind
that
of like
they,
how like whales can breathe very little bit. And
It was
then stay
probably like
underwater
a
for long
gameplay
time.
idea
Yeah, exactly.
to differentiate
And so
the
we have
different
some more
difficulties
images we
of
wanted to show.
Vanduul,
So
and
we
then
have
they sort of dropped it when they changed some
some
of those
versions of
ideas.
some heads. Here we have another version. So this
just
is one of the
easier to
ones
make
that you're going to see
tougher
that has a
enemies
little
have
bit
more
less
armor.
on it. And so this
Tougher
armor is
enemies have
actually
less armor.
grafted into their
And then
skin. So because they can't
like
feel
they're
pain.
more
Yeah,
nimble.
I'm saying from a gameplay perspective, it's easier to
armor is
just
gonna
give them
be
more armor.
Yeah.
inside of their skin in a way.
more
So
flare.
It's kind of scale-like, but it's also kind of part of their musculature and their bones and everything like that.
Yeah, really fused into them as part of who they are.
So here we see a little bit of the bioluminescence. We see a little bit of some of that ability to maintain, not oxygen, but whatever it is that they breathe. And that's kind of what that color is. And Will, you were talking with me earlier about some of the cool abilities of their language and their lore.
Yeah, as we continue to develop how they talk to each other, part of a really cool idea that we incorporated in is not only do they have their vocal speech, they also use a lot of gestures as well as their body coloring, which they can shift depending to
That
give
didn't
more
change.
nuanced meaning.
We see
to
that
what
in
they're
the.
saying.
We actually, when we worked with Andy Circus recording this stuff for Squadron,
Can you pause it real quick,
we
X?
came up. I mean, we had.
Without giving spoilers, Paul, I do want to ask about this because I think this is really interesting. Squadron 42 is like a military story. It's from a human perspective, and it tells a lot about what we're going through. But I think there's a lot of potential for a more interesting approach if we did get to see more of this side of the Vanduul. like their personal life, how they communicate with each other, how they live. Without spoilers, can you give a yes or no if we do get that kind of stuff?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay, I'll take that.
You know how we got the scene of like the Chasui and or whatever his name is.
I'm talking to each other.
Yeah, them talking to each other. That's sort of that cinematic.
Yeah.
Let's just say that isn't the
Yeah.
last time you see something like that in the game.
But it's basically it's all military application.
Kind of, yeah. There's a little bit more domestic stuff in there, but it's not really fully in there because it's not the focus. So
I really hope that for after episode 1.
I haven't played
We
Squad
do
42. I've literally read and listened to it
He knows the story.
by accident. And that again, this was around this time when the leak came out that I got a lot of that stuff by accident. And as a result, it's things may have changed. So
Yeah, I'm certainly staying away from that, but I really hope that we do get this kind of, we get to see the Vanduul in their home. You know, it's never as simple as this person hates you and they want to attack you. And now I don't know if you've heard, but even in Nyx, there are some voice lines I heard today. One of the people was saying something along the lines of like, everybody keeps talking about the Vanduul, but I think they're running from something.
Yes.
And it's like, that could be episode 2 and 3. This could get so much more interesting than what they've set up.
We don't know 2 and 3, but we do know that the Vanduul are running from something. That's almost been confirmed since like.
That's so exciting.
Argrid heard stuff from Aaron Roberts back in 2014.
Yeah.
And if you know the fall of Rome, you talked about this yesterday, Paul.
Yeah.
I was to talk about it, so I'll let you go.
So like if you know the fall of Rome, because this is the basis of Star Citizen's fall of Rome. One of the major factors was when the Vandals sacked Rome. Well, the Vandals are what the Vanduul are based off of. And the Vandals didn't just walk into Rome to sack it, they were running away because they were being pushed out of their ancestral lands by the Huns. And eventually the Huns showed up in Rome, and the Vandals and the Romans allied together to defeat the Huns. So
we're going to be friends with the Vandals?
Possibly.
I've often thought based on that, because the second episode of Squadron's called Behind Enemy Lines, and I think he goes behind enemy lines, find out what's going on, and then episode 3 is like teaming up with the Vanduul to actually push back who the threat is.
Just remember,
but that would be so awkward because episode 3 is probably going to happen before where we are in Star Citizen right now, right?
Yeah, Star Citizen is meant to take place like Odin. They talk about the Odin system is meant to be set 10 years after the events of all of Squadron.
Yeah.
We don't know if there's time jumps or anything else like that either. The other thing it's important to remember is that Chris Roberts has done stories where the enemy becomes the friend multiple times.
Yep.
That is literally the plot of Wing Commander 2, 3, 3, and 4.
Yep.
So, and this is Wing Commander for the next generation. So we might see some elements of that. You also got to remember that the Vanduul are not a mono-species. They're a tribal species. So if the humanity is teaming up with a tribe of, like with a clan of Vanduul, it's not the same as them teaming up with all of the Vanduul, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's just one of them, and then probably over time more might come in or something.
Yeah, remember, the Vanduul are still supposed to sack Earth at some point. That's not even a leak. That was what Chris Roberts talked about in his pitch for Star Citizen in 2012.
Yikes.
Yeah.
And that might be a different clan, as you said.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to. Yeah.
The issue we know they know how the story of Star Citizen is going to end. The question is, how will the players influence it in guiding it in certain directions? How bad is it going to be? That kind of stuff,
And it can go, as you said, like with different clans, it could go with different stances with different clans, and depending on what interactions you have, you could fall in favor or out of favor with different Vanduul clans within Star Citizen, as an example.
We didn't see a Sack Earth in Squadron 42 trailer. We saw sacked. That's New Corvo. That's the city we see at the very beginning of the preview of the.
I thought it was Vega.
Yeah, it's Vega. New Corvo is the name.
It is Vega. Okay.
Yeah, it's New Corvo is the name of the city. That was, I mean, if you remember in the prologue where you saw like the Marines were like ushering people into their shelters, that city, that's that city after the Battle of Vega.
Okay, where Bishop is showing up.
Yes, to try to do rescue missions and seeing like everything burning.
Oof! So those people didn't do well.
No, New Corvo was destroyed.
Well, you know, I mean, we build bunkers, man. I hope they protect us.
They did, but like it the city is destroyed. Not like lots of people died, but it was you know, yeah. Reach was glass, but that doesn't mean that there weren't people who survived in deep bunkers.
Don't bring up Reach, dude. Do you want me to cry on stream? What are you doing?
Remember Reach.
Why are you bringing that up?
All right. Hopefully that helps you out.
Britain, who developed the Vanduul language for us, we came up with both what they're going to say and also the signs, and then of course we talked about colors. So that'll all sort of come together when you play Squadron and see some of the cinematics involving.
Yeah, Andy was great in helping flesh out those motions and what they meant, and Dave as well, who couldn't be here today.
Yeah.
Hi, Dave.
He's in England working. He's actually editing 3.0 Mission Giver stuff. So he's there. I would like to say in rainy England, but it's been rainy LA today. So
recently it's been rainy here as
we're very England-like today. He's been working, and we'll have that all wrapped up by in the next early next week. So then he'll be back in hopefully sunny LA by then.
Awesome. As one of the things you guys just saw as well is we had one with a kind of a spear, exploring some of their weapons, how they're going to attack. We've also been exploring as we get out of the concept 2D phase into the 3D phases, which you're seeing right here. So more of the armor being grafted into the skin and trying to do some, I guess you could say, maquettes or sculptures that are going to show kind of the pose and the attitude of the character as well. So now that we're getting into 3D, it's nice to be able to start to flesh out that character a little bit further with all the things that we're talking about.
Yeah, and it's a kind of refinement, right? Because we had a version and we already had it in the engine, but we sort of slowly being like, okay, let's add a bit more to this. Let's flesh them out. Let's work in some of their sort of lore and history and play around.
It's ongoing. So we're even right now, one of our artists that we've had working on a lot of things, James Koo, is working on the Vanduul. He just started recently. So we're continuing to push it, continuing to iterate on it and make it the coolest.
Like everything.
Like everything.
We keep making it better. We try to make it
better.
Push it and push it and push it.
Yeah, and get that expression and emotion in the face too, because they're not just monsters, they're thinking creatures. They build these complicated spaceships. They have a lot going on. And we performance captured some awesome performances, so making sure that...
Yeah, that needs to come through. Absolutely.
Yes, exactly. And do we have any more? Or
I don't know. I know we had one video of a turnaround, but I don't know. Maybe we'll release that later.
Do any of these guys work still work at CIG?
Yes,
I think all of them
continuing to work on it. I think the video's popping up right now.
No,
so again,
Josh is gone.
Josh is gone. But
and they're going to look like without.
Kieran's gone. The only one that's Chris and Will are there.
Will, yeah, Chris.
Out of these three,
pretty cool.
Will is the head of
one of the aspects that
Will's in England now as well.
Weapons.
Yeah.
The idea is obviously that the Vanduul...
I do want them to do a Vanduul statue like that for some kind of collector's edition. I think it'd be sick.
Combat and war, and they're a very martial race. And so they sort of take the rite of passage and fighting very importantly. And in some ways, maybe hand-to-hand combat for them is sort of the ultimate... you're almost a wimp if you use it.
That's where you're going to show yourself off,
and so that's kind of why we have these weapons that can sort of double both as a sort of energy projectile weapon, but also as a melee weapon. And in some cases, depending on what's happened, you potentially will get, the Vanduul, they'll behave very differently than, say, fighting, humans, right? If you're fighting outlaws or pirates, they will fight very different than the way the Vanduul will fight. We have some really cool backstory for the Vanduul that we're, not necessarily revealing all of it here. I don't know if you were going to say something.
No, I was just teasing that I was going to give away the whole entire secret backstory. No, they're kind of what humanity knows about them is kind of mysterious. They attacked us 250 years ago in Orion, wiped us out, and they've been pushing through our systems. And this idea of them like kind of stealing and harvesting resources from these colonized worlds and just grabbing this material to forge into themselves, to forge onto their kind of skeletal frameworks of ships and build them up and keep growing is kind of collecting. And what makes them so hard is that they don't have a unified government as far as we've been able to find out. We've been experiencing all these different separate clans. So even if you destroy one or attack one, it doesn't affect all of them. So
yeah, and I think the thing to remember is, Squadron, the storyline's so big that, it's a trilogy, basically. It's like, one of the Star Wars trilogies, or name the other various things that have, Lord of the Rings or whatever. And so we actually have an overall story mapped out, and a lot of, beyond episode 1, episode 2, and episode 3 is sort of getting more to the heart of the mystery and understanding a bit of the Vanduul.
This is still the plan, by the way.
Kind of a bit of their makeup and maybe where they've come from, and we sort of going back into,
answers your question there.
A long time ago in this universe, and
yep, there it is.
Some kind of
It'll get into that for the second and third game. That's cool. Hey, you can you pause it? I'm sorry.
Star Citizen.
Yeah.
Okay.
You said you heard that there was a tax clause around this?
We talked with me and me and Execute and Algrid did a year in review, year ahead video for the info runners where we talked about this, and there is a possible clause where they got a bunch of tax breaks, but the tax breaks only work if they release it by 2026.
What?
And if they don't,
so
they
it's
have to
not
pay,
just about their investors.
They may have to pay a bunch of penalties or fees if they don't. So they may have to pay back some of those taxes that they wrote off if they don't release it within a certain time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've heard from a couple of people at CIG. It's hell or high water time.
Yeah,
and Algrid said much the same.
It's all the people.
I thought it was
work on
about the
Squadron.
Calders.
All the people I've heard who work on Squadron say the same thing, which is it's going to come out in 2016. We're gonna do it for 2016 or 2026. 2016.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sorry, you're stuck on answer the call, dude.
Yes, I am. 2026. They're gonna do 2026. The joke I made is this too shall pass. It may pass like a kidney stone, but it's gonna pass.
I think the other part to add though, like from the things that you and I talked about, we're gonna know pretty early next year. It's gonna be like somewhere between February and Invictus. That's when we're going to start hearing things, if it is coming by the end of the year.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. I honestly, I thought it was all the Calders. I knew that they had a lot of tax breaks, and that's why they moved to Manchester, but I didn't know that was dependent on Squadron's release.
I think it's a release, not necessarily Squadron, but Squadron is the most obvious one.
I think it technically says some kind of beta release at minimum.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
But it's
all right.
Yeah, that's the Calders are completely different because they've been tripling down, buying new shares in the company.
Yeah, and then giving more time too.
Yeah, so I
They're
think
into it.
I think in 2026 is when they have like a clause where they have to pull some money out because of what they did, but like it's their initial investment, not the new stuff they've done. So,
gotcha.
So same release window as GTA 6. Sort of. GTA 6 is in November. Squadron is almost certainly based off of CIG's own. The way I think how CIG's work. This is not like internal or anything like that. This is just because I've asked and they said, I don't know. 2026. That's what I'm gonna tell you. I think at least internally, the management probably is gonna release it in October. Try for Citizen Con. So that way it would release a month before GTA.
And I think the other thing I'd add there is one's a console game and one's a PC game.
I mean, we've had this conversation before, but
Yeah. But it is important to stress. I don't think there's as big as overlap as people realize.
If there's a month,
wait.
If there's a month difference, then people will there will be people who have money who will have money enough to buy both of them. Whereas
it's not just the money. It's not just buying.
It's
if you have
attention.
a PC. If you also have a PC and a console, you're going to have the money to buy both. Put it that way.
Yes.
I disagree because I personally do not. And I think there are a lot of people who don't. Like what Paul said, this is an attention thing.
Well,
releasing a month before GTA. Do you think that's better than releasing a month after GTA?
It'd be a month and a half. I would release before rather than after, because once you got to realize Squadron's a single player game. You're going to play it through and it's going to take you 70 hours or whatever, right? That's going to buy you time waiting for GTA. But once GTA comes out, because it's online as well as single player, you're going to go into the multiplayer.
Yeah.
And you're going to play the shit out of that. There's no multiplayer as such for the console people.
And also,
I'm not even.
Also, while
I'm not even worried about players. I don't think that's the problem. I think it's just the literal airtime that you can get.
Baldur's Gate 3 came out a month before Starfield, and it was the similar,
that was a
similar
great
situation.
freaking call.
It's a similar situation. That's my point.
I was watching a video yesterday, and someone was saying, yeah, there's plenty of time to delay Grand Theft Auto again so they can get another Game Award, because they've got the like the last 4 years they've won the Game Award for the most anticipated game.
Yeah,
because they just keep delaying it.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. And like people in chat, Simsky, for instance, said GTA 6 will be delayed. Y'all overreacting. It's conversation. It's not overreact. I just want to talk about it. I think people always assume that we're saying that like Star Citizen's going to die. It's not.
No.
It's just interesting to talk about how the way people look at media and interact can affect other media. If Avatar comes out, then you can guarantee that like something else will be affected at it that has nothing to do with by Avatar, just because that's how people work. I think that's interesting.
Again, because it's a PC game and GTA is a console, though, it means other console games are probably going to try and avoid GTA, but that does relay a positive space being a PC game where they can probably be a little bit more exclusive in that tiny window. And I think you'd both agree too, Squadron is going to be a game that grows by word of mouth over time.
Yes.
It's going to be more of a game that sells itself than the media campaign.
Baldur's Gate 3 is a very similar expression, because it is a single player game. It had a niche audience that was highly psyched about it, and it had a long testing cycle similar to Star Citizen Squadron. And if it comes out a month before, it could have that same word of mouth trickle as people are like, well, I gotta wait a month and a half for GTA, but I'm bored. I want to play a game. Let's try this thing, kind of stuff.
Yeah. I can see it working out.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm interested in how it actually goes in reality.
Oh, we all are.
Yeah.
It's make or break, like it's not the type of thing you can stuff in and succeed.
It's a very exciting moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I've heard from people following closely say that it's true. If it's true, it's very good for CIG. Yeah, and here's the thing. I'm almost certain that Exodus was originally supposed to release in November of 2026. That was probably their internal release date. And then GTA was like, we're doing November 2026. And they're like, fuck that. We're going to March, bitch. March 2027, And I think
that's rough.
As they said, March, right? February, March is their plan or their window or whatever?
Yeah, but that's on all platforms too, so they are directly affected.
And also, Exodus and Osiris Reborn are basically both confirmed to not be in 26.
Yeah.
So as far as single player space games goes, there's not really a big stage for next year. Or rather, there is a big stage and it's empty.
At what con do you think it'll be announced? It'll be at Invictus, would be my guess, is if they announce a release date. But we'll see.
They're going to use us as the primary resource. Like the word of mouth that we have is probably the most valuable single resource they have. And I'm not saying content creators. I'm talking about the community. Yeah. We are their marketing arm.
But also, I bet you they get Jack Frags on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll get some of the bigger content creators. Jack Frags, Summit's played it.
They will give it to the biggest content creators who are interested a month beforehand to play it.
Yeah.
100%.
Markiplier. There's also who's the really, really, really big name? He did an interview with Archetype on Exodus. Super big name. Wholesome dude. Think he's got red hair.
I'm drawing a blank with a guy with red hair. That's like
he's just an extremely popular streamer.
Summit?
Mostly not, because I have no idea who you're talking about with red hair.
You'll know his name
when
I say his name. You'll know.
It's not Asmongold. Asmongold doesn't have red hair.
No.
He's got no hair. There's a reason why I call him Voldemort.
Co-Carnage. It's
Co-Carnage.
Co-Carnage.
Possibly.
Yeah. He, I know, also has touched on Star Citizen, isn't into it.
He doesn't like Star Citizen. He doesn't like
huge.
CIG. He doesn't like CIG. That's the only thing.
No.
No.
Okay.
He thinks that CIG is sort of he dances on that scam line. But I think he would be a good person to give a copy to Squadron to, just because it would show like,
Is
hey,
he not redheaded?
Like you just give him that copy and because he's skeptical, and then if it's good and he turns his mind around, like, this is great, this is amazing, I love it, then you automatically win a bunch of people. So
convert him. Yeah, you convert him.
I've seen his shorts on it. He talks about how it's not a scam, it's just mismanaged. I think if something good came out of it, he'd be all for it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I say he was dancing on the scam line, where he's like, it's not scam, but it's not done well. It's not run well. So.
I don't know. He might be brown hair. I don't know. Whatever.
As I said in that episode, we did, Paul, like I'd say the same thing to you, Space. Like, it's going to be really interesting sitting right where we are now in exactly 12 months' time. Like, it's going to be a completely
weird
different
place.
Community. It's like think about all the, like, is our community going to double over the next 12 months? Like, are we going to have all these casuals with all these questions? Like you just don't know where it's going to go, do you?
You don't.
Oh, that's Cocaine. Yeah, I know who he is. Yep, I know who he is. Yep. He doesn't have red hair. He's got black hair. It's quite confusing.
I don't know, man. Whatever. Slightly more bright brown hair. Sure. I come from having black hair my whole life.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Well, let's go on silver now. You'll get there, don't worry. The joys of age. Right.
I've already got one little hair on my beard. It's getting there. I actually have red hair too, so who knows where it goes.
Me too.
Trinati, if you are in this stream right now, you are not a casual. Anyone who's watching this stream now is not a casual. You are a borderline cultist. If you're in this stream.
Sorry, you're hardcore.
You are hardcore.
Yeah, you're hardcore.
Even if you're like, well, I only show up every 2 months. Congratulations, you're more hardcore than the average gamer here. you know about Star Citizen.
The most casual people only turn up at the AIE and Invictus. That's about it. You know, and both these boys will tell you there are people that turn up and we only see them for like a week every 6 months. There's you know, Shem passed us in chat. I remember for a long time he used to only turn up every 6 months.
Yeah.
Now he turns up all the bloody time. Can't get rid of him. All right,
let's finish this up.
Go again.
Yeah.
The universe. So I think that'll be kind of a cool journey to take with Vanduul. So anyway, thought you'd like to see a little bit of stuff. I know we said we weren't going to show any squadron stuff. We showed a little bit because the drill is there, and you know, we haven't really shown the big Vanduul ships yet. So it was actually kind of great to sort of show you where we are, and of course they're continuing on development and will be bigger and better, but it's a very distinct and different look than the human ones, and I think that's great. And we're going to have the same with the Jean ships, and you've seen a little bit of it with the Tavarin Prowler, where each one of the races has a personality, and as Star Citizen fleshes out, I think that's going to be really cool. I mean, there's a lot of work to be done, so we're kind of starting on the smaller aspect of it, but when it's all done, it'll be really cool. Anyway, we'll be learning more about Vanduul as Squadron 42's development progresses, and we'll be telling you more and showing you more as we go. But for now, that brings us to the end of our show, and to one last special message from our team.
Happy holidays from Los Angeles. Doesn't exist anymore. Not next studio anymore. That studio.
Well, it doesn't exist either.
Doesn't exist anymore.
Turbulence like 8 people.
Our Star Citizen family has become.
See that sign that said shit happens?
Big up today. Crossing Globe.
Uh-oh.
Yes! Yes!
Position master.
A return to the cringe.
Citizens keep joining to
Cheers,
support the
folks.
project, which is very cool.
Yeah, and we definitely could not do this without all of you guys. Developers helping us out, making the game, and the backers supporting us, giving us the feedback, supporting financially, but also giving feedback on the gameplay and testing the game for us. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you very much. And I don't think we would want to do it without all of our guys here and everybody watching and in every part of the globe.
Yes. So, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
To you guys, and we'll see you in 2947.
Thank you for blessing our 2955 holiday.
Yes. I am ready for more, chat. Y'all ready for 22.6, chat?
It's literally just 2-point versions away. 4.6 is coming next.
48 ships.
With engineering, like you talked about in this video.
10 sextillion kilometers. 17 known missions.
Oh.
10 ways to play. Persistent universe. Hangers. Battle Royale.
Can I just say, I actually, during 2.6, one of my only memories of 2.6 was getting one of my in real life friends to join me in the game, and we flew to the Yellow Asteroid Belt. We checked out one of the Starfarer wrecks. We hung out. We talked, and I can just remember him saying, like, "This is cool, but it's very incomplete." And I have not hit him up to come back in game since then. Still. I'm still waiting.
All right. Almost there. Almost finished. Introducing Star Marine. Got bigger.
Oh, that was crazy.
The good old days.
Yeah.
Yeah, come a long way.
It's still there. Hold on, I missed it.
My keyboard.
Damn it. Reverse. Reverse.
Yeah, okay. So I didn't mean to go back so much.
It's cool. This is how it ends, chat. Oh, it's such a perfect way to end this.
Just Sandy with a handbag.
Just Sandy with her handbag, cleaning up. It was so perfect. It's so perfect.
What happened? How did that happen? The camera was just kept on?
It was just kept on.
And automatically transitioned back when the video ended.
For those of you who don't know, who just got here late, that is basically the first hour of the stream was stuff like that. It was just stuff like that.
That's so funny, dude, that she was just getting ready to leave.
I would suggest, look, I'll just drop this link in your chat. And
this has been great, dude. I drank way too much with this. I've gotten through a whole freaking bottle of champagne, dude.
Now you know. Now you know why I did this 2 years ago, and I've been wanting to do this as a yearly thing. I want to get more content creators. I want to get like a room of us, like 16 of us sitting here, being like, "What the fuck was going on in 2016?" Was this pre-Jared? No. Jared was still was heavily involved in this. This is before Jared was the like weekly stuff.
We should at CitizenCon one day sit down and make them watch it again. That'd be pretty funny.
Well, there's the line that Tyler said in that cringe RP thing. It's like, it's not about the loot. It's about the oh God, what did he say? It was like it's about the glory or something like that. It's not about the loot. It's about the glory. Oh, the justice. It's not about the loot. It's about the justice. We need to make a T-shirt of that and give that to Tyler.
Yeah.
Literally the thing I'm watching right now. Yes. Streamception chat.
Man, what a blast from the past. And I don't think I've ever used the term blast from the past quite like that. That was truly a blast.
Yeah, I did link the video, by the way, if anyone wants to watch it in both your chats, by the way. I don't know.
Do you have any other? There's any other video gems saved like this? So no, but this is the way I always like to point about this whole thing, is that this was a time before. This was when Star Citizen started to change. This was the main catalyst of like. Starting to see more professional streams, why Jared and his team became more locked down and doing what they did. Because before this, they would legitimately do like hour-and-a-half long inside Star Citizens.
Yeah.
Like hour-and-a-half. And it was like people sitting and talking about what would be. And half of it was wrong.
You know what it was? You know what it was? They used to do their monthly reports in around the verse.
Yeah.
And then they split them out and made them.
They used to call them the roadmap roundups, or the that's where the original term roadmap roundup came in, or patch watch or something like that. I can't remember. I think it was patch watch.
You'd remember the lunchtime streams as well. They used to do like half an hour, like just in the middle of lunch.
On Friday. Yeah,
it was crazy. Yeah.
What a trip, dude. It's like. This video simultaneously shows just how grassroots kind of like pure excitement and anticipation Star Citizen was, but also how much of it was just like, guys, we really want to make this, trust us, it's coming soon, it's gonna happen, just fund it.
Check out this cool thing. You can kind of see where CIG has gotten there, like over time they've developed this sort of pattern of how they talk about the game and how they've refined it. Like even patch trailers have gotten, more refined as the game goes by. So.
Yeah, true. They learned everything on the go. That's just a holdover from the time and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
What are you guys' full thoughts after watching it? How do you feel about it all?
It's art. It's art. Put it in the fucking Louvre. I want to, put it. It should be preserved in the National Archive. That's how I think about it. I have
Nicolas Cage should be trying to steal this.
Exactly. Unironically, I love these sorts of things because anytime CIG actively tries to remove something or tries to like move away from it, I'm like, now I need to preserve this. Now this needs to be preserved as media. Because it will become lost media one day, and people will remember it vaguely. People have talked about it how it is the Star Citizen's version of the Star Wars Holiday Special, and it is. It is downright perfect way of doing that.
Well, I'm glad we have it, and it's still available to us, and I appreciate you guys joining for this watch through. Thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me.
Some of the most entertaining Star Citizen content I've gotten.
In a while?
Yeah, dude. This is crazy. I didn't even remember it being like this, but it was good to watch it back through, and I've got things to say about it later.
Also, yes, Trinati, I am going to be like, remember this clusterfuck 20 years ago? When I watched this live on stream in July of 2023 for Cringemas in July, Tyler Whitkin came on. I think even Jared came on. It was like, why the fuck are you doing this? I'm like, because someone has to remember. And if it's going to be me, God damn it, it's going to be me.
Back in my day, CIG was a small company.
You can take the historian out of the gamer. You can take the gamer out of the historian, but you can never take the historian out of the gamer. All right? That's just the way this works. So never forget. Share what you should do, chat. For YouTube and everything else, if you are an organization, set up a watch party on your Discords or wherever to sit down and drink and watch this. You can cut after like the first hour and 10 minutes or so because after they do the introductions, it's just them playing the game, which is cool, but you know, it's not as cool. Do this with your groups. Do it.
Yeah, we'll set this up for GII for sure in the next 7. If you're in GII, folks, keep an eye out for this. We'll make this a thing.
Yeah. Laura, I'm gonna force Laura to do it.
All right, guys.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much. This was
Bye, boys.
This was hilarious. Thanks for hosting.
Thank you.
Y'all later.
See you, buddies.
Thank you for joining us. I'm gonna end our share. We're back. Paul held the line. You're goddamn right I did. I'm going to call it here because I got to go to bed. But we'll be back on Thursday with office hours, possibly. I might just play the game on Thursday, honestly. Just because like there's just not a lot to talk about, and especially if 4.5 is released. We'll see. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. And like I say every time, hope to see you someday in the black.